Right, good morning and good evening to everyone from all over the world. If you can hear me, let me know in the chat now, guys. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Liz, Deborah, Trilly, Tracy, and many of you, Christopher. Thank you so much. All right, so guys, we are going to get started. But before I start, can I just get you to read through the disclaimer first so that we are on the same track? All right, so I'm going to share my screen, and once you can see my screen, okay, or you can view my disclaimer, let me know in the chat. Okay, once you can view my disclaimer, let me know in the chat first. All right, so yes, this is the disclaimer, and once you can see it, let me know in the chat, guys. Okay, just take the next 1 minute, and when you are done reading it, let me know. Okay, when you are done reading it, let me know. How to read? Screenshot, zoom in. John, can see. Okay, thank you so much, Phyllis, Chili, Catherine. Okay, yes, just take the next 30 seconds, read through the disclaimer first. Germany. Oh, thank you for attending, Vijay. Okay, and the fact that you are here only means you really want to make a big difference in your financial status. Isn't it true? Yeah. So once again, welcome to those of you who are from the other side of the world. Okay. Anybody here, you are not from Asia, you're from somewhere else on the other side of the world, and it's like evening time. Yeah, let me know where are you from. All right. Amsterdam, Robert. Okay, Amsterdam. Canada, we see a few. Canada, Malta, Israel, LA, UK, Australia. Who else? Where else do we have? Uh, Manchester, Hong Kong. Yes, Hong Kong. Quite a number of you. Indonesia. Thank you so much. Okay, so once again, welcome everyone. My name is YY. Okay, and what we are going to do is over the last 1 week, 1.5 week, you have heard from Adam, you have heard from Bang, you have heard from Elson. Okay, and all of them shared one point that the market, 45% of it is concentrated in the AI stocks, correct? Now, how many of you here, you have already invested and traded in the AI stocks, but you are looking for opportunities to grow your account much faster? Anybody here? Yes, their account is very big. I do agree. Okay, like John is saying their accounts are big, which is why one of the things that I'm doing is to share with you how to grow your small account. Okay, especially those of you with a small account. Okay, now of course today's session, right, is not just about small account, but those of you with a slightly larger account, you can also use the same strategy to scale. It is just that this strategy can also work for small account holders. All right. Uh, yes, AI stock can be very volatile. You are right, Jill. Uh, Tracy, your account is 20,000 cash. Now, would you believe if I tell you that 20,000 cash can grow very fast with the strategy that I'm going to share with you today? Okay. In fact, I started an account that is 3,005, and within 2 years, I've grown it to 10,005. 3,005, okay, and I grew it to 10,005. Now, how many of you wants to learn this strategy? Okay, a strategy that can work for small account and yet also work for a larger account, and it grows a lot faster than normal. Okay, if you want, say me in the chat. Great. Okay, now the real opportunity starts now. Because what happens is, as some of the AI stocks have already gone up, you do see over the last few days, the bubble has somehow, I wouldn't say burst, but it is somehow deflating. Okay, in South Korea, millions of people are going to get liquidated. Okay, in these few days. Reason because they are using high leverage. Now, using leverage is a skill. With the right skill, you can use it to grow your account. Would you agree with me on that, guys? Okay. However, this skill is just like a weapon. Okay. If you don't know how to use the weapon and you go and use it, there's a high chance is you will self-detonate. Okay, so one of the things that we want to do is to make use of whatever tools we have and make sure we master them. We have the skill to grow our account in a safe manner, because there's no point, absolutely no point to grow an account where every night you get scared whether you bust the account or not. Okay, so the AI stocks are coming down. A lot of the non-AI stocks are also coming down. So there's tons of opportunity out there in the market, especially when the market is starting to release some energy. This is where we come in. Okay, if the market is high all the time, it's hard for us to enter. We want it to come back. And last few days, great opportunity. Okay, no more money, don't worry. Sometimes it's not just about whether you have more money or not, but it's about how are you utilizing the money. Okay, money, we can always work hard, top up the account. But if you don't know how to utilize it, then you are just pumping in the money, but it's not growing fast enough for you. Would you agree? Okay, so it's not just about how much money you have, but question is this: how do you use it? Okay, the efficiency of using the money, that's more important. Okay, I don't have a large account. You have seen Adam's account, millions. I think he's what, seven? I forgot how much it is. His is a multi-million dollar account. Bang is a multi-million dollar account. Elson is a multi-million dollar account. I am not a multi-millionaire. No, I don't even have $1 million. Okay, I'm not a millionaire. I have million hair. Okay, my account is considered small, largely because I started with a small account. I busted my account before and I rebuilt my account. Okay, now how many of you here, you have ever experienced trading in the past and it didn't go well? Okay, you made mistakes and you busted the account, you lost some money here and there. It didn't really go well at that time. Anybody here? Yeah, if it's you, let me know. I'm with you. I lost my account 3 times. I lost it 3 times. Twice before I met Adam, before I learned from Adam how to do it, and once after I met him, and I decided not to follow his rules. Okay, so yes, we do bust our account a few times, and I remember when I busted my account the 3rd time, I finally told Adam about it, and he told me this: congratulations. If you can learn from this and pick this up, right, you bust your account 3 times, you will be a great trader from here. Because the problem is this: a lot of people bust their account, a lot of people lost their money, but they don't learn their lesson. After that, they lost again. Don't learn their lesson, lost again. After that, they have no ways to release and self-detonate. Okay, so one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to start giving yourself that chance, right, to learn how to do it properly. Okay, yes, zero DTE options trading, very common, very popular over the last 1 year, 2 years. And do you know, whenever students ask me, what should I take zero DTE trade, I always tell them, no, don't take. Okay, while yes, it looks like there's good money, the problem is this: are you able to handle the volatility? Are you able to handle it when the things go wrong? Okay, zero DTE, I will tell you, don't touch. It is too volatile for most traders. Okay, so yes, what we are going to do is this. Today, what we are going to show you is I'm going to show you how to invest and trade in stocks, okay, using just a fraction of the buying power. Okay, now let me know what are the names that you want to own, whether is it AI or non-AI, you want to own, however, you are not in yet. You're not able to enter the trade. Which company, which stocks you want to own, but you're not in yet. Tell me. Caterpillar, oh, near all-time high. Intel, recovery story. Okay, actually, I tell you, Intel is more like artificially push up story by Donald Trump. It is. Okay, they are pushing a lot of money to Intel. All right, Google, Amazon, yes, Meta, the usual name. Insurgical, yes, Insurgical is one that recently came down. Like a speculative growth company, yes, and quite a number. Okay, Nvidia, Apple, all these companies are great. Okay, so keep these companies in mind, because what is going to happen is tonight I'm going to show you a way to unlock 30%, okay, of your capital and still own the shares. Okay, whether is it AI or not AI, you will still use it. Okay, because what I did was I used the same strategy to grow my account, okay, from $38,000 to 294,000 in 3 years. In 3 years, and this was the worst 3 years. Okay, COVID. These 3 years was during COVID. I grew the whole account up. Okay, when everybody were wondering what's happening to the stock market, everybody was wondering what's going to happen to my revenue, what's going to happen to my salary, and so on. This is the best time of my trading life. Okay, so guys, but what's the one thing that you want to know is this: how many of you wants to learn how to trade and invest using small accounts at the same time is safe? You want it safe. You don't want volatility. You don't want to wake up every day, right, thinking of what's happening to the market. Okay. In fact, right, I don't really care about what's happening in the market these days already. The only reason why I'm looking at the market is because my students are looking at it and they get stressed. So I look at it just to share with them how to handle it. Okay, most of the time you don't have to look at the market anymore already. Okay, now, so one thing that we want to do is this: you have gone through 2 weeks of webinars. Now, how many of you have learned a lot in these 2 weeks? How many of you have learned a lot from Adam, from Bang, from Elson over the last 2 weeks? Okay, eye opener, amazing. Now, today's session, right, I will do my best, because what happens is you have gone through so much and you've put in so much commitment, and it's only my duty to make sure that you get the best out of the session. All right, so let's have a quick survey. Now, if there is one thing that you guys, if there's one thing that you want to change in your investing or trading journey by the end of this year, okay, what's that one thing you want to do? Type it into the chat. Okay, if there's one thing that you want to change or you want to improve in your trading journey or trading life, what's that one thing you want? Type it into the chat now. Make better trading decisions, more automation, amazing. How to grow profits, how to trade, okay, how to have higher win rate, more structured plan. In fact, that will be one of the best things you can do for yourself. Okay, less emotional, more sleep. Great. Okay, keep your answers coming, guys. Let me take the next few, maybe 10 seconds, 20 seconds to read through all your answers. Okay, let's see. Build your principle. Yes, that's important, Danny. Okay, trading and investing is not a one-time, you pump your money in and that's it. Okay, you have to build your principle. All right. Let's see. What other objectives do you have? Improve decision making. Okay, protect capital, never lose money, better trading strategy. Okay, great. Okay, now I'm reading all your answers, and hold on to that, because everything that I show you in the next few hours is going to solve exactly what you just wrote. Okay, and that's my assurance to you. Okay, everything that I'm going to show you in the next 2 hours is going to solve your problem once you start putting it into practice. Would that be good, guys? Now, if you are ready, okay, if you are ready, let me know. If you are ready, let me know and say, let's begin. Then I will start sharing with you how to do it. Okay, if you are ready, let me know. Okay, great. Now, it seems that my slide is stuck, so let me reshare again. Just give me a second. It looks like my slides are stuck. I don't know why. Let's see. Can you see my slides? Yes. Yes, it's back up. Amazing. Okay, so once again, let me introduce myself and share with you a bit about myself. My name is YY. Okay, I grew my account from a $38,000 account to a $294,000 account in 3 years. Okay, and my specialty is not to work with $1 million account. Why? Simple reason. I don't have $1 million account. I don't have it. Okay. My specialty is to grow my small account. And whenever there are students who say, why my account is too small, can I still trade? I will always tell them this: you can still trade. You just have to learn how to do it properly. You don't have to go through the same path that many of us went through of busting our account. Now, how many of you have busted your account and you want to give yourself that one last shot? You want to give yourself that one last shot to grow your account again. How many of you want to give yourself that one last shot? Yes. Awesome. Okay, so this is for you. And for those of you who have not busted your account, you don't have to. You don't have to. Okay. In fact, right, once you follow the rules, there is no reason for you to bust your account. Okay. Now, then someone mentioned in the chat, all right, if your strategy works right, then why is it you are not trading a large account? Okay, simple reason. I am. It's just that I'm not trading my own money. I'm trading Adam's money. I'm trading his account. Okay, I have access to his account to trade his money. Okay, so that is what I'm doing. All right, so yes, my aim right actually is to trade for a small account. Okay, in fact, I do have access to Adam's account. He gave me his password. Okay, I trade his account. Now you understand why I say Adam has to be nice to me. If not, I'll bust his account. Yes. That's the benefit of managing another person's account, right? You get, yes, he better be nice. Increase my pay, increase my salary. If not, I'll bust his account. I'll go and buy SpaceX. Let his account bust. Yeah, but that's a fun part. Okay, so the one thing that you want to do is you want to build. Okay, building a small account, okay, requires number one, a commitment. Okay, you cannot start thinking, I have a small account means I cannot do a lot of things. Okay, you have a small account, you have to do the things that a small account has that's able to do. Okay, can? Okay, now anyway, just now whatever I say, it's just a joke. Please don't think that, oh, I can really go and bust Adam's account. In fact, I cannot. Okay, if one of the things that Adam, hey, how come my screen is paused again? Okay, can I? Let me see. Is my screen paused, guys? Is my screen paused? No, right? Okay. Now, by the way, Adam has multiple accounts. Okay, I'm just trading one of his account only. He has multiple accounts, guys. So, yes, one of the things that Adam does is what? Okay, I share with you why I get to trade his account. My screen is not moving now because I have not moved it, Omar. Okay, because I've not moved it. Okay, are you seeing my screen now? Yes, right. Okay, but somehow it is not moving again. It is weird. I don't know why. Just give me a second. Okay, let me not move my screen anymore. It seems to be weird that every time I shift my screen, it is not showing. Okay, let me just check. I have moved to a chart. Are you all seeing my chart, guys? No, I show you my photo, right? Okay, okay. Yes, I know why already. So let me just do something about my screen. Okay, can? Can I? Okay, can you see my chart? Yes, let me go back to this. So I'm the co-trainer of the Wealth Academy program. Okay, and how did I become a co-trainer of his programmer? It's because Adam wanted to train me a few years ago. He wanted to train me up. So, and I told him this, Adam, I don't have a large account. I don't have your credentials. Okay, I'm not a multi-millionaire. So what do I have to train people? And he told me this, Adam, why? It's easy. Here's my account. Here's my password. Here's what I'm going to teach you. You trade for me. Okay? He has a multiple account and he gave me one of his smallest account, okay, to trade for him. And that was how I learned. Okay? So for those of you with a small account, one of the things I realized is this. You have to get started. It's only after I get started, then I revert back to using small accounts. Then I realized actually the skill is the same. Okay, it's just about, do you have the knowledge? Have you found your style? Okay, now do I trade exactly the same way as Adam? I don't. Okay, I don't trade exactly the same way as Adam, but I trade a lot of things that Adam doesn't like to do, but I like to do because it's my style. Everybody clear about here? Okay, so one of the things that you want to do is you want to find and identify the style of your trading. Okay, you want to identify a style of trading and find out what works for you. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, if it makes sense, let me know in the chat. Okay, if it makes sense, let me know in the chat. Okay, good. Okay, so tonight I'm going to show you two styles of trading. One will be slightly longer term, while another will be a short term style. Okay, and I will do my best to keep it as simple as possible for you. Now, how many of you have gone through the last few sessions of options courses and you you would love to learn options, but you find that options can be a bit challenging. How many of you are at the current situation? You want to learn, you know options is powerful, however, you find it challenging. Agreed? Yes. So tonight I do my best to make sure that it is easier to understand. Okay, I won't go into the full details of how option itself works, but I will show you how to use it to make money. Would that be a better solution? Can? Okay, we go straight to application. Agree? Yes? Okay, good. So now, for those of you who are wondering, can I trade? Well, the issue is this. I am not a finance background person. In fact, mathematics was one of the worst that I can do. Okay, I'm a history graduate. I study about history. I write composition, essay, and usually I get a C or a B for it. I don't even get an A. Okay, so the thing is, when I was an arts graduate, a history graduate, okay, yes, I study the world, but I am not able to do the calculations. That's the problem. Okay. So when I came out to work, I work as a trainer who talks because one of my skill, one of my strength is to talk. Something that my teacher used to say, you talk so much. Next time you will be a good for nothing. Nowadays, I like to go back to my school and tell my teacher, "Teacher, do you know what's my job now? My job is to talk." Yes, I talk. And that was what I have been doing for like probably the last 10 years, 15 years. Okay. And eventually I became a math tutor for primary school. Okay, math tutor for primary school. That was when I started to learn how to do primary school mathematics. Okay. Now, how many of you here, you feel that you can do very basic mathematics? Minimum. You can do a plus, minus, divide, times. You can read decimal. You can do percentage. You can read percentage. How many of you can do that? Basic mathematics. Don't need algebra. Don't need logarithm, APGP, all this. Don't need. Anybody here can do basic mathematics. Can, right? If you can do that, you can trade. You can do that, you can trade. Simple as that. Okay? So all you need to do is to learn how to do basic mathematics. Plus, minus, divide, times. That's it. Multiplication. Okay? So my life started off as a trainer. I taught, I work hard, okay, graduated, save up, but decided to not invest in myself for education. Because what happened was, I took a loan to study, graduate, and my aim at that time was to pay back my study loan. Pay back the study loan. So scrimp and save for 10 years, never go for holidays, never eat at restaurant. That time I was still single, lucky. Okay. So no restaurants, coffee shop, cheap food, plain water. That's all I can afford at the time. And I saved almost like $100,000. Okay. But the thing is this, because I didn't invest in my own education since graduating from university, this was what I invested in. Okay. I invested in an account. Okay. Let me see. It seems that every time I move my slides, right, it's not changing. Okay. Let me change a different way of presentation. Give me a second. Let me just change my technology. Uh, just give me a second, guys. Okay, good. Now, finally, it's working. Yes. Can you see my slides, guys? Can you see my slides? Can I? I'm very sorry that IT somehow didn't work for me today. Yeah? Okay, Okay, yes, the cost of ignorance. This was what I invested in. A company in Singapore. Okay, and at that time, what I did was I invested when it was here. Yeah, I invested when it was around uh here. Okay, and here. So what happened was put in my money, make some money along the way up. Okay, then as it goes down, I decided I must dollar cost average. Okay, and how did I get my information? I got it from forums where people talk about. in Reddit. I got it from those kind of shares, forums. And the thing is, I don't even know these people. They say buy, I buy. They say, oh, they got insider news and the market will go up, the stock will go up. Now, how many of you have ever traded like this before and you lost quite a significant amount of money? Like me. Anybody here? Okay, listen to forums, listen to insiders, all kinds of stuff. Okay, and that was what happened to me. Okay, and I lost $80,000 of my own money, my savings. I don't dare to tell my parents. I don't dare to tell the people around me, because everybody would think that trading is gambling, which I agree. At that time, okay, I wasn't well trained. I wasn't doing anything that is educating myself. All I did was go to the forums, look at what people say, buy. Okay, and it went all the way here. Now it is not even 1 cent. Okay, it's only 2 cents. And now this is only left with $800. I just went into the account, right, and take a look for fun. Okay, I don't even intend to cash out anymore. Just leave it there. See what happens. Okay, so this is my cause of ignorance. I didn't go and learn anything and thought just going to forums is going to help me. There's no mentor. Nobody got me. And the worst thing is this. At that time, right, I had access to Adam. I've been working with Adam for the last 20 years. I have access to him, but I have no access to the financial courses. Okay, even though it's there, but I didn't tell Adam, hey Adam, I want to attend the class. Okay, I didn't attempt to even attend any of these classes, even though I have chance to do that. And that is the cost of ignorance. After I lost this money, I decided, okay, maybe this is really not for me. Okay, and I wanted to quit my job, tendered my resignation, and go and do something else. Okay, but Adam decided, hey, all right, why not you learn it from me? Why not you learn it properly and you get yourself started? Okay, so at that time, right, I was tired and I decided to restart. Okay, restart, learn every single thing properly. Eventually, did well, but COVID came. Okay, and like what you mentioned, like what all you guys know, COVID was the time I rebuilt my account. It was the best time. When everybody was stressed, I started rebuilding my account. And the good thing is this. My lifestyle now, I get to work from home. Okay, I get to send my children to my daughter to school. Anything, I can always be there for my child. Okay, and that's the lifestyle that I used to think I want, but couldn't get it. So COVID did well, and my account started growing. Okay, so my account started growing from about 80,000 to almost 183,000 in the last 5 years. Okay, and from 28, after that, it grew to 236,000 in the last 7 years. Okay, and the thing is this, this happened before COVID. I didn't enter the market right at the bottom of COVID. No. Okay, my account grew way before COVID. Okay, so the question is this, guys. How many of you wants to learn strategies that will blow your mind to pick up all these skills? That gives you a chance to grow it. It's not guaranteed, guys. It's not guaranteed, but it gives you that chance to pick it up so that when you deploy it, your account can start growing. How many of you wants that chance? Say me. Because that's my aim. My aim is to make sure that by the end of today, you pick up that skill. Agree? Okay, so this is what I want you to do as we go along. If you have questions about how to do well in trading, how to do well investment, post your questions in the Q&A, because at the end of today's session, I will do a Q&A. I will answer your questions. Okay, so if you have specific questions, post it into the Q&A tab, whereas the chat tab that you are posting now is for us to interact. Okay, so everybody clear? So if you have questions, just post it into the Q&A tab. Okay, so if you realize my account grew right not because of 1 year, 2 years. I'm not talking about 1 year, 2 years. Okay, 1 year, 2 years, like what some of you say. What Melissa said is any monkey can make money. I agree. Any monkey can make money when the market goes up. But the real challenge is when the market comes down. Are you still able to make money in the long term? Okay, now how many of you wants to learn how to make money in trading and investing in options in the long term? I'm not talking about short term, not 1 day, 2 days, but long term. Long term to the point that your lifestyle can take a shift. You can tell my boss, hey, boss, I think today I don't want to work. Well, you can afford to do that. Okay, if you want that, then stay tuned because today we are going to learn how to do that. All right. So here's the agenda for today. Number one, we are going to learn about the 30% capital hack that helped me grow my account. Okay. Remember this, guys. If your account, you are just buying stocks and shares, yes, it can grow. However, if you can build it with lesser margin use, more buying power, and you can grow it faster than just buying shares, that's even better. Agree? So normally for me, what I do is I combine both the investing strategies and the trading strategies side by side. Okay, side by side. Normally, I will not just do one because if you just do one, you are limiting your choice. But if you do both, you have the long-term investment being there. At the same time, your short-term trading that gives you the liquidity. Agree? So one of the things that you want to do is you want liquidity. Okay. Now, liquidity is something that we need when it comes to investing and trading because you don't want a case where something happens at home, you don't have liquidity. Agree? Okay. Now, the second thing we are going to do is we are going to learn how to construct the trade, how to enter and exit, how to enter and exit. Okay. Important, huh? Knowing how to construct, don't know what's the ideal entry point, what's the ideal exit point, then that is also dangerous. Okay, one of the things that you want to do is you want to learn optimal entry, optimal exit. Now, how many of you are facing that challenge? You know a strategy, but don't know how to enter. Don't know what's optimal to enter, don't know what's optimal to exit. How many of you are facing this challenge? Yes, that's what we are going to talk about today. Okay, and what are things to look out for? What are the traps? What are the things to be careful about? Case studies of my actual trade. Now, I'm not sure about anybody else. For me, I will show you actual trades that I've traded, I've made money on it, trade my strategies that I use my money on, because that to me accounts for my responsibility to you. Actual trade, actual account. Would that be good, guys? Yeah, I'm not going to put in some simulated trade. No, it's an actual trade that I'm going to show you. Would you all want to see that? Yep. Okay, and of course, live Q&A at the end of today's session. Okay, now, so is this session for you? Number one, how many of you have this in your current situation? Number one, you have spare cash and wants a proven way to buy under price but great companies with lesser capital. Okay, if you are one of these, this strategy, this session is for you. Okay, you have a small account and keep hearing that options are only for big account holders. Now, how many of you here, your fear is my account is not big enough? I cannot trade options. Anybody? My account is not big enough. Okay, I'll tell you, put that aside. No such thing as my account is not big enough. Okay, if your account is small, you trade the small way. The account is large, you trade the large way. Different. Okay, which is why you'll see that I trade slightly differently from Adam and Bang because my account is small. I cannot trade the same way as Adam and Bang. Does that make sense or not, guys? Okay. And number three, I am not a math person. How many of you here you are not a math person? You just want a systematic way to trade. Follow the rules, get your results. Okay? Yes, systematic way. Number four, you want to keep dry powder. You want to keep dry powder so that when the opportunity comes, you enter. Linda, math fail. Okay? How many of you wants to keep dry powder? That means that you don't want to fully deploy your cash. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. I don't want to fully deploy my cash. I still have about 40%, 50% cash waiting to be deployed. Okay, not face powder, John, dry powder. You know the gun, the dry powder, face powder. Oh my gosh. Okay, and number five. Okay, if this is for you, whatever I'm going to show you later, the two strategy, right? Learn it. Okay. Now, here's the warning to you. This capital hack is going to blow your mind. Okay. For those of you who have not learned option before, here's one thing I need you to do. Forget about everything else you have learned before. Forget about it. Because sometimes what people do is they overcomplicated things. They want quick answers. They want quick strategies. They want quick results. Guys, when it comes to trading, forget about all this quick stuff. No such thing as quick. You want to make money, you make it safe. Okay, you make it safe and you grow it safe. Does that make sense or not? If you keep looking for the quick money, you are looking for the quick answers, right? Then it's going to happen like what I did in my account. I blow my account. Do you see that, guys? I lost $80,000 having quick answers, going to forums, okay, going to people that has insider news. But when I do it on my own, I do it systematic. No such thing as quick, but systematic and safe. Agree? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this strategy called bullish synthetic spread, which is what you saw from Adam in one of his sessions. However, you will see that I deploy it very differently from Adam. Okay, now, how many of you here you have attended Adam's session on the bullish synthetic spread? Anybody here? You have attended Adam's session on the bullish synthetic spread? Have? Okay, right? Okay, now you will see that what Adam does is Adam uses this strategy to do a trade 30 days. I don't, because I like strategies that has a higher win rate. Not 100% win, but at least 80-90% win. How many of you like this kind of strategy? You want an 80%, 90% kind of win strategy, and yet it can grow your account. Agree? So that's what I want to do. I cannot afford those kind of strategies where the risk is high, but the win rate is like 50-50. Only if the win is a lot, then I'm willing to accept a lower win rate. However, for this strategy that I'm going to show you called bullish synthetic, right? Your win rate can be close to 80-90% as long as you choose your better. Yeah, you choose your better. So what you want to do is you want to have companies that is great. That's number one. Okay, and you want to deploy them on companies that is oversold due to negative news. Okay, negative news. Now, I'm going to give you a few companies. Tell me what's the negative news you have heard about these companies before. Okay, number one, Microsoft. Tell me what's the negative news you have heard from Microsoft before. What did you know? Lawsuit? Okay, good. Any more? Any more negative news you have heard from Microsoft? Expensive subscription, AI. Okay, AI bubble, the SaaS, CapEx, negative news. And now Microsoft is super oversold. Okay, now Bill Gates involved in Epstein case, right? That is not really a negative news because Bill Gates is not in Microsoft anymore. Okay, Netflix not really negative news, but it is being sold off. It is being sold off. It's an opportunity, Leah. Okay, so I'm going to give you another company. McDonald's. What's a possible negative news on McDonald's? What's a possible negative news on McDonald's? Junk food? No. Food poisoning? Yes. Food poisoning, mad cow disease. These are the negative news. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, let's say, what else do we have? Apple. What's the negative news? Apple. What do you think is the negative news? Memory expensive. Price raise. Price raise is not really a negative news. They can make money from that. No innovation. Yes. No innovation could be one. Phone recall. Yes. Okay. Not in AI. Yes. So these are opportunities where companies has negative news. Okay. Like what other companies do you have? I know. Medication company. Let's say J&J, Johnson & Johnson. What do you think a negative news could be for Johnson & Johnson? What do you think a negative news could be for Johnson & Johnson? Unethical testing? Yes. Trial? Fail? Product recall? Yes, product recall. Now, legal lawsuit, not necessary because they already priced in that. Okay, these kind of drug companies already have priced it. Animal testing is part of it, but it's more of their drug fail or their drug is being recalled. See that? So these are cannot obtain FDA approval. Management fraud. So these are all negative news. And I can tell you this, guys. Every single great company out there, every single one, will have negative news one day or sometimes a few times in a year. Every big tech, every big pharma, every big retail sure have managed negative news along the way. Okay, so one thing that you want to do is you want to aim for them when they have negative news. Service now could be one possible one. Okay, service now, yes, Steve, you are right. Okay, the shares came down all the way, super undervalued, possible. So you deploy this strategy on companies that's great and negative news. All right. Number two, when they are significantly undervalued. Okay, when they are significantly undervalued, then that's an opportunity. Number three, when you want to own 100 shares, okay, or you already own 100 shares, but you want to release the buying power. Because holding on to 100 shares means you need to fork out the full cash. Whereas deploying a bullish synthetic, you only fork out about 30%, okay, about 30% of the buying power. This is important, okay, because if I fork out only 30%, I have the other 70%, I could either do another trade on a safer strategy or a safer stock or safer plan, or I can keep this 70% in my broker's account and collect interest. I can do that. Okay, some brokers do pay you interest for unused cash. So either way, it is beneficial for you. Does that make sense, guys? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to release your buying power. Like I used to have a lot of Microsoft shares. I used to have a lot of Novo Nordisk shares. One of my best go-to was Triple Q, NASDAQ. Okay, eventually I converted all of them to bullish synthetic. Sell away the shares and deploy a bullish synthetic. Okay, it is a lot more efficient than buying the shares with cash. All right. You also deploy when you want to take a small bet on a speculative company, cheap speculative company that you think has potential, but you are not sure if they can really grow. You don't want your cash to be stuck in this company for too long. You just want to deploy a bit just for fun. How many of you have these companies in your list? And if you have, let me know which companies is that. Okay, small speculative play, you're not willing to put in full cash, just want to have a small bet. Maybe for the next 1 year, 2 year, want to have a small bet. Palantir. Okay, what else? Iron, SpaceX, SoFi, Grab, Ionic. So you want to play this kind of small bets, right? But you don't want to put in huge amount of cash. This is possible. Okay, this is possible. Like I used to do it on Palantir, my small bet in the past. I had it when it was $20. Okay, my Palantir small bet was a $20 small bet. I had SoFi. I forgot what's the price already. I have what else do I have? Oscar. All these are Novo Nordisk, all my small bets. Okay, so these are all my small bets, and I think most of them are doing well except Oscar. Okay, yes. So if you want to play small bets, this strategy can be deployed. Okay, so guys, have an idea what kind of companies you want to deploy first for bullish synthetic. Small bets, or you want to release buying power. Okay, now, then of course, when you are using margin to own shares, some of you are using margin, okay, you have your cash lying around, and this cash allows you to collect interest from some brokers. Okay, so which is important because if you use full cash with margin, end up you are going to pay interest, and brokers charge you very high interest. Whereas if you can use a bullish synthetic, the amount of margin used will be a lot lower, which means you have a lot of unused cash. And that was what I did. From paying brokers interest, now it becomes I collect interest. Can you see that, guys? Okay. Now, before I move on, are you clear about when to deploy a bullish synthetic, guys? Are you clear about when to deploy a bullish synthetic? Okay, as you can see, I will be going through step by step. I'll show you when to deploy. Later, I'll show you how to deploy. Then I'll show you what I deployed. Okay, don't go and think until too complicated. Just keep to step by step. Now is when to deploy. Is when to deploy clear for you. Deploy on great companies. Deploy on companies you want small bets. That's all you need to do. Okay, so everybody put a message in the chat now. What is one company that you will want to deploy bullish synthetic on that is great and what is one company that you want to deploy on that is a small bet. Okay, and tell me which is the great, which is a small bet. How to deploy, what to deploy later, I will share. Just tell me which company you want to deploy that's a great company, which company you want to deploy as a small bet. Novo, small bet. Netflix, great or small bet. Microsoft, great or small bet. So you must know what are the differences are. Great company can deploy. Small bet can also deploy. Okay? Can I? Okay, good. So now you have an idea already. Okay, let's move on. So why deploy this? Number one is relatively cheaper, like I mentioned. You instead of buying the stock outright, you just use options. It's definitely cheaper. Okay. And number two, like I mentioned just now, we earn interest. Okay, we earn interest with lesser buying power, so that 70% of your cash is free. Okay, your 70% of cash is free. You are not forced to choose between AI or buying everything else. Okay, so this is what you want to do. Leave your cash free so that you can redeploy something else. Okay. And next is this. But as I mentioned to you, this is my account. You can see that in 2023, I bought every single one of my share using cash. And I use some margin. Okay. Responsibly, I use some margin. And you can see that the brokers charged me almost $2,000 of interest in 2023. Then at the end of 2023, I asked myself this question. Is there any way I can deploy options to replace my stocks and still hold the same number of shares but not paying interest? And I found that bullish synthetic is the way to go. Okay, so by doing that, instead of paying interest, I flipped the whole thing around. 2024, I collected interest from the broker. Okay, my broker, they do pay interest, so I collected interest from the broker, about $500 over dollars. Okay, so what you can do is you can collect interest. 2025, collect interest again. See that? Now, guys, question is this: do you think brokers will charge you high or low interest? What do you think? Do you think brokers, if you borrow from them or use margin from them, do you think they will charge you high or low interest? They will charge you high interest. They will charge you very high interest. Okay. If you put money there, they pay you some interest. It is low. No doubt the interest we receive is low, but it's still better than the bank. It's still better than paying interest. Does that make sense? Okay. So one thing you want to do is this. You want to reduce the amount of interest you pay to brokers. Okay. And to do that, options is the way to go. Okay. So the third thing is you have more buying power. If you want to do other trades, you can do other trades. Okay, without the buying power, the brokers will not allow you to trade or take more trades. Okay, so that's the important thing. You want to trade and you want to have the ability to take multiple trades. That is safe. Okay, and buying power is something that you need. All right, now if you are wrong, you can still be right in this strategy. Okay, in this strategy that I'm going to show you, right, if you are wrong, you can still be right. Okay. Now, if you use the method that Adam trades bullish synthetic, if you are wrong, you cut loss. That is pure trading. If you are right, you make money. You are wrong, you cut loss. Very strict rules. Okay. For my strategy, I deploy. I don't cut loss. I don't cut loss at all because there is no reason for me to cut loss, and I'll explain to you in a while. All right. Okay. And there is no limit to your upside. If the company really flies, your profit is really sky high. All right. So what are the risks? Understand the risks. Downside is when the stock goes to zero. And forced liquidation when you overtrade. Now, this is important, guys. For anyone after today, you want to trade bullish synthetic, never ever take too many. Because once you take too many and the market comes down, right, you can get a margin call. Okay. You do not want to overtrade. Trade within your means. That's one risk that I'll always remind students. Okay, bullish synthetic must trade within your means. Don't go crazy by taking like 50 trades, 100 trades. No. Okay, usually depending on your account, 1-2 trades each time is fine. Okay, and the stock moves sideways until expiration. If it move sideways until expiration, you lose your premium paid. Okay, if you just move sideways, you lose your premium. Okay, trading fee doesn't really increase. In fact, you don't trade a lot of contracts for this. Usually one, two contracts. So your options fees is very low. Okay, options fee is very low for using this strategy. It is just that your premium could be depending on how much you are using, sometimes like $1, $2 per day. Okay, but depending on the company itself. Okay, so some things for you to know, like I mentioned, this is more like a summary, okay, of what I've said just now. Be patient. Only trade when the company is great or you are taking a small speculative bet. Okay, if the company's fundamentals deteriorate, then one thing you want to do is exit the trade. Okay, I am fortunate every single one of the company that I take when it comes to bullish synthetic, I've done my research. Till now, none of them has deteriorated in fundamentals. None. Okay, the most scary one to most people that I took, the most speculative one is Novo Nordisk that I took. Okay, but for me, I've looked through the numbers, there's no deterioration in Novo Nordisk fundamentals. So I still kept the company and it's coming back up. Okay, so these are the things that you want to take note. Okay, be very patient. Wait for the contract to come, wait for the stock to come down, then you enter. Okay, don't rush into that trade. Okay, now here's a list of companies. Now, how many of you think that there is a certain company here that will be in a better position 5 to 10 years from now? Tell me which company. In this list, which company do you think will be in a better position 5 to 10 years from now? Okay, you guys have your own list that you know. Okay, I've done my read. I think most of them are generally quite good. Yum China is moving sideways. I don't know why. I've been doing it using Yum China for years already. It's moving sideways. Okay, will it go up in the next 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. Okay, but fundamentals, Yum China, not a bad company. The rest are generally great companies. Palantir, probably one that is very some people love it, some people don't. Simple as that. Okay, but you need to ask yourself which companies will go 5 to 10 years. And at this stage, you can see the difference between the way Adam trades and the way I trade. Adam trades 30 days. I look at 5 years, 10 years down the road. Okay? Now, Aline, you're right. LVMH has been down. Question is this: do you think LVMH will be up in the next 5 to 10 years? That's the question. Okay, let's do a quick survey. Who thinks LVMH will be up in the next 5 to 10 years? Who thinks it will be down? Tell me you choose up or down. Up, 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 up. Down, 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 sideways. Okay, so you have your choice. If you think that it's going to go sideways, if you think it's going to go down, then LVMH is not a candidate for bullish intelligence. But if you think 5 to 10 years is going to recover because it has gone down so much, then it is a candidate for you. Can you see the difference? So it depends on individual. Which do you think it's for you? If you can't buy the bag, buy the company. Yeah. If you can't buy the bag, buy the company. You get what I mean? So the thing is this. You want to make sure that it is a company that is oversold, that is great, undervalued, which means that now the stock chart, by right, it should look quite bad. By right, it should look bad. The worse the stock chart is, but the fundamental is good, the better it is a candidate for bullish synthetic. Okay, so here's how a bullish synthetic works. Now, okay, we are going to the next stage. We have started with the when to deploy it, why you want to deploy it. Now I'm going to show you what is it and how to deploy it. Okay, and as I mentioned, I'm not going to go through the details of what individual options is, but I'll keep it applicable and simple for you. Okay, using actual strategies, actual trades. Okay, now if you look to the left of my chart, you will see two options. Okay, the first one is a long call. A long call basically is you pay premium. You pay money. Everybody clear about this? If you are clear, let me know you are clear. You pay premium. Long call, you buy a long call, you just pay premium. Basically, you are buying a contract. Buy a contract, pay premium, huh? And your premium is your maximum loss. So this is your premium. Your maximum loss is your premium. Okay? But if the company goes up, you have unlimited profit. Agree? You have unlimited profit. Huh? But the problem is this. This is very expensive. Does that make sense, guys? If you buy a long call, you pay premium, it is expensive. This part, is it clear for you? Because I know some of you went through the last few option sessions, you probably need a bit of revision. This part clear? Long call, you pay premium, very expensive. Okay, so it is like you're holding on to shares, but you're holding on to shares in an expensive way. Okay, now your short put is interesting. This is to collect premium. Okay, this is to finance the long call. Okay, you collect premium, which means question, guys, which means right at the end of the day, are you paying more or less? Are you paying more or less to hold the shares, to hold the contract? Are you paying more or less? Pay less. Correct. And that is the reason why we don't do a straight long call, because a long call is expensive. Okay. And by doing a short put, I'm collecting premium to finance long call. Okay. Now, if you combine these two together, right, what you get is the chart on the right. Okay. Yes, you sell a short put, correct, Vipu? Okay. What you get is a chart on the right, where you see today, this is your P&L today, your profit and loss. Whereas the P&L on expiration, it's when the contract expires. Okay. The premium is here. This is the premium you paid, the net premium. After your long call minus your short call. This is the net premium. Okay. Now, you buy it on the same strike, on the same expiration. You want to do a 30 days expiration, 60 days expiration, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 years, doesn't matter. Just remember, the longer the expiration, the more expensive the premium. Okay, the longer the expiration, the more expensive the premium. Okay, so let's say if I want to do a bullish synthetic on Netflix, should I go for a 30 days expiration or should I go for a 1 year expiration? What do you think, guys? If I want to do a bullish synthetic on Netflix, okay, should I go for 30 days expiration or should I go for 1 year expiration? 1 year? 30 days? 2 years? Now, answer, it depends on what's your plan. If your plan is to trade it, then 30 days. If your plan is to trade it, 30 days. But if your plan is to take control of the company's shares without using too much cash, you like the shares, you like the company, but you don't want to use too much cash, right? Then you can go 1 year or longer. Okay, 1 year or longer. Now make a guess. If it's me, do you think I'll go for 30 days, 60 days, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, or what? What do you think I will do if I like the company? 5 years? 10 years maximum? Answer is I will go for whatever I can afford. Remember I said the longer you go, the more expensive you can. The more expensive it is. So normally I go 1 year, 2 year. I can afford 1 year, 2 years of premium. Okay. Companies normally don't have options beyond 3 years. Most of the time, 1, 2 years possible. Seldom you get 3 years. ETF you have 3 years. What's the risk for 1 year? The risk is the stock goes to zero. That is the risk. Okay, which is why I say don't do it on companies that it's crap, it's lousy. They will go to zero. But imagine this. Imagine if I do it on Microsoft, I do it on Google, I do it on Amazon, I do it on Costco, I do it on Walmart, I do it on J&J, I do it on Pfizer, Eli Lilly. Question, is there a chance that this company will go to zero? Is there a chance? There is that, but is it high or low chance? Is it high or low chance that these companies will go to zero? It's very low chance. Very, very low. Okay. So if you have a portfolio of companies that is great, you don't have to worry too much. It's only when your portfolio is made up of a lot of speculative company, that is when you got to worry. Understand how this strategy is deployed? Okay, if you don't follow the fundamentals of this strategy, you go and use it fully on speculative company, then yes, there is a chance that you can incur high losses. However, if you follow the rules, remember I told you guys, once you have a system, once you have a rules, follow the rules. Don't go emotional, don't go speculative. Follow the rules, you will be profitable in the long term. Okay, can I? Okay, so basically a bullish synthetic is a straight line. It's as if you are holding on to the shares. It's a straight line. Simple as that. Okay, it's like you're holding on to shares, shares go up, you make money. Shares go down, you lose money. But you use lesser cash. Use lesser cash, huh? So your trade setup is this. You buy a call and you sell a put. This is considered a combo. Okay, it's a combo. You do it together. Buy a call, sell a put, buy a call, sell a put. Okay, same strike, same expiration. Okay, number two, when you buy a call, theta decay works against you. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with options yet, you don't know what is theta, just remember this. Buying something in options has a time decay. Theta basically means time. Okay, and if you just buy, it is against you. So to mitigate this problem, we sell a put. This is to mitigate the negative impact of the call. Can you get it? Okay, is to mitigate the negative impact of the call. All right, and it is to reduce the overall cost of the trade. Okay, so ideally you want to do it when stochastics are oversold, but not a must. Okay, if you don't like to use stochastics, you can use any other indicators, anyone, MACD, force index, whatever you like. It doesn't really matter. Okay, as long as it's oversold, it's a bonus. Okay, next, here's one example that I did. Okay, here's one example that I did. Now, I had Microsoft over here. What was the price? 28. Can you see that? What was the price? 282, right? Okay, and I did a bullish synthetic. Eventually, this Microsoft was done at, I buy at 285 because the closest strike to 282 available in options at that time was 285. I had to pay $54, which means I am paying 54.6 times 100 is 5,460. This is if I buy a straight call. Okay, now question, guys. Am I going to buy a straight call in this strategy? Am I going to buy a straight call in this strategy? Yes or no? No, right? So what do you think I'm going to do? What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to sell a put. At what strike? At what strike, guys? At what strike? Since I buy at 285, I sell at what strike? Correct. See, you guys got it ready. You buy at 285, you sell at 285. Okay? And it allow me to collect premium of 44.56 or 57. That means I am paying 44 I'm receiving 44.57 times 100 equals to 4457. Now let's do basic mathematics. Okay, basic mathematics are what is the net premium that I pay? What is the net premium that I pay? What is the net premium I pay? 1003. Congratulations, guys. You already know how to calculate for bullish synthetic. So your net premium is 1003. Graduate already. Yes, Sean, graduate already. Okay, now with 1003, this is my max loss. Okay, this is my max loss. Simple as that. So this is not my, this is my premium paid, not max loss. This is my premium paid. Max loss is if it goes to 0. Okay, now question. Let's use real example. By the way, this is a real trade that I took. Do you think Microsoft will go to 0? Do you think Microsoft will go to 0? No, I don't think so. I don't think so at that time. Now let's give a reasonable pullback. It has already gone down so much. How much more do you think Microsoft can go down from this level? How much more? In terms of percentage, how much more do you think it can go down? 10% more? Okay, let's go for 30%. Now, 30% more, let's just do a quick calculation. 10% is 28. Let's make it 30. 30% more is $90. So 285 minus $90, that will give 195. Okay, so worst case, you lose another 9K. Worst case, $90. You lose another 9K. Now, question, guys. If I'm holding on to one contract of Microsoft and I expect another $90 drop, and I lose 9K, but 9K, but I still hold the contract, do you think Microsoft will recover eventually? Do you think Microsoft will recover eventually? It can go down another $90. It can go down $90. Okay, continue going down. $90. Do you think it will eventually recover? Yes or no? If you think it will recover, then hold lah. You don't have to sell. Worst case is you take a loss and reopen. You take a loss and reopen. Can you see that? So I only do these on companies I'm very sure, or at least 90% sure, it will recover eventually. Yeah, you just close it and buy a new contract. You are right, Velite. If worst case is it goes down, sell the whole thing, take your 9K loss. It's okay. Okay, take your 9K loss. Immediately reopen. Immediately you reopen and wait for it to recover for another 1-2 years. It's not this year. This year is you add more. You add more to do this year. I am not doing this year. I am just closing. I take the loss first. It's fine. I take the loss first, immediately reopen at the same price and wait another 1-2 years for it to go up. You can just close, you can just roll and buy. Up to you. Either way. It's a real loss. It's fine. Okay, it's a real loss, because this real loss is only in the short term. You get it? It's only in the short term. If you don't think that this company is going to recover, right, then don't even open in the first place. It is not a typo. 2024 was the actual trade. In fact, I'm still holding on to Microsoft. Okay, at this point, okay, I'm still holding on to it. That means, right, assuming if Microsoft goes down from 285 to 195, right? Okay, let's say Microsoft, it goes down to 195. I will close my 285, take the loss. Close all the long and the call and put, take the loss, and reopen the 195 call and put. Can you get it? Reopen. Doesn't matter. Because when you reopen, you are back in the game. You're back in the game. And you do it for 1, 2, 3 years. Can you get it? Okay? Understand how this works? So one of the things that you want to do is you must be very clear that this company will go up in the long term. Okay? If it goes up, good for you. If it doesn't go up, it's okay. Take the loss, reopen. When you plan to close, honestly, I don't plan to close this. Okay? Now, so let me come back to this strategy first. Later, I'll go into the details again. So over here, you will see this micro example where my buying power block is 30% of the requirement. Your requirement is 29503. Okay? Yes, I will reopen at market price. Doesn't matter what price, just reopen. You are right. Close, take the loss, reopen. Okay? Reopen the whole thing, and eventually it will block out about 8,851. So instead of paying almost 28,000 for Microsoft, okay, instead of paying 28,000 for Microsoft, right, you're only paying 8,000 for Microsoft. So with $8,000, I will hold $28,000 worth of Microsoft. How much is the loss? This case, I didn't take any loss. Cash is cash. Cash is cash. Buying power is buying power. It's different thing. It's different concept. Cash is the amount I deposit into the account. Buying power is what the broker gives to me. There's a difference. Okay. Now, is 8K for the 100 shares? Yes, it is, Tracy. Yes, this 8K is for the 100 cash. 100 cash. Get it? Yeah. Yes, you are right. Maybe you are right. You have to factor in the 9K. But when the stock starts to recover, okay, guys, you have to think in the long term. When the stock starts to recover, can you make back this 9K? Come, tell me your understanding. If I take a loss here, doesn't matter what price it is. If the stock recovers, can I make back my 9K? Yes or no? Can. You can make back the 9K. which is why this should only be done on companies that will recover. Understand? Everybody clear about this? And this is why I like. If I'm doing it on the great companies, I don't have to care about the short-term pullback. Don't have to care about. Okay? And what happens is this. For this case study, max profit is unlimited. Okay? This is my risk profile. Basically, I'm paying $10 for 3 years. Yes, May, you are correct. Yes, if you have the cash, you can buy the cash. But if you use cash to buy it, you are using full cash and your 70% buying power cannot be used. It's blocked. Okay? Yes, CBL, you're right. You're right. Okay? So your break-even price will be the 285 plus the 1003, which is 295. Okay? Now, if you say 295, is it expensive or $10? Answer is this. This is over maybe 2 years. So $1,000 premium you pay over 2 years. 1 year is only, 1 day is only $3. You're only paying $3 to hold the shares. I think that is reasonable. Okay, you just pay $3. You hold the cash, the stock for the next 1 year, 2 years. I think that's fine. Okay, now strike price basically is the current price. Whatever price is the current price. I just take the current price. I don't even go and think about where it will go. Whatever is the price now, that's the price I choose. Will I exit? I will not exit until something goes wrong with the company. What happens at expiration? Good question. I will talk about it in a while. Okay? Now, so this is what I did. I took it here, 285. It went up, then came down. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Okay? And eventually, this happens. I closed my 285 call at 163. Okay? Close my 285 call at 163. And bought back the 285 call at 1 cent. Okay? Remember, just now I paid 1003. Just now, I paid 1003. Now, my net premium is 163. Okay? Which means I have a realized profit of 15,000. Do you see that? It went up. I have a realized profit of 15,000. One contract. One contract only. Okay? Buying power block is 8851. ROI 173. Did I exit in January 2026? Good question. You see, you guys are amazing. You managed to catch all the little things, which I have not even talked about yet. Okay? Now, question, guys. Do you think I exited this Microsoft bullish synthetic already? Yes or no? January 2024. Okay? Do you think I exited already? I exited way long ago. This one I exited, I reopened. Okay? I reopened it. Close this and reopen already. So now my contract, I have 2 contracts. One is at 415. One is at 405. Okay, 415 will expire September 2026. And the 405 will expire, I think, January 2027. Yes, I exited risk. This one is a trade I already took. Exited, lost, took the trade already, take the profit already. Now I have these 2. Question. Do you think these 2 trades are at profit or at loss? Do you think these 2 trades are at profit or at loss? Actually, it's at loss now. If you look at the current price, it's around a slight loss. Do you realize it's a slight loss? But it's okay. Worst case, close the trade, reopen for another 2 years. Yeah, if I choose to, September, right? Maybe next month I can close already. Close, then reopen at whatever is the current price. I think seeing good, you tell me it's 398, right? So I will close and reopen at 398. And for another 2 years. Because I am very sure, for me, I'm very sure Microsoft will go to 500, 600. To me, not an issue in the short term. Can you see that? Okay, why I choose to buy at high strike price? Because I started off at 285. So even at 415, 405, it is still a profit. Doesn't matter to me. Now, you see, you guys, for those of you who are thinking why I entered at such high price, you are thinking in terms of a trader. I cannot buy high. But I am thinking in terms of an investor. Okay, which I already bought it at 285. Can you see that? There is a difference. Okay, if you are thinking like a trader, then yes, you should not enter now. But if you are thinking as an investor, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years from now, do you think it will go higher? Can you see that? Okay, so the main thing is this. It doesn't matter to me long term or short term. What matters is this: I know Microsoft will work. That's all that matters. And I want the buying power. I want to hold the buying power. Can you get it? Understand? Yeah. So yes, correct. You just don't have extra dividends. You just don't have extra dividends. I think that's about it. Okay. Yeah. So now if I'm going to reopen, current price is 398. Current Microsoft price, right? Probably I will just close these two eventually and reopen at 400. That's it. Okay. That's it. You don't have to think until so advanced. Don't have to. The reason why some of you are having a difficulty understanding options is you are thinking too far already. Keep it simple. Find a good company, enter a bullish synthetic, lower your buying power. If it goes up, you make money. If it goes down, close the trade, reopen. Yes, keep it simple. Okay, the simpler it is, the better. Okay, now, should you take 1 month expiration or a few days expiration? Up to you. Doesn't really matter to me. Doesn't matter. As long as you close before expiration, you are fine. If the price crash, then you are allocated, right? Then up to you. You can quit or you can reopen. Vipu, your question is a very good question because I do have a case study on that. Later I'll explain to you what happens if the stock goes down and you get allocated. Okay, so hold your question. Okay, you don't really need to cut loss. Don't have to. If it's a great company. All right, so let me go on with a few more examples first. TLT. Bought it 97 call, cost me 607. Now, guys, TLT is here, it's at 97. Let's assume it's at 97. What do you think is my sell put? Yes, you will sure get a possible of assignment. What is my sell put here? Come, tell me. If I buy call, it's at 97. My sell put is at 100? No. Remember, bullish synthetic buy call sell put is the same. Yes, it is also at 97. Okay, it is also at 97. So you buy call, you sell put at 97. Exactly the same call, exactly the same put, exactly the same date. All the same. Okay, DTE 30 September. I think this one was was it 1 year? 1 year DTE. This one was a 1 year DTE. Okay, now, so what happened was the net premium is $1.30. Okay, max risk is 98 or 9,830. You can sell lower, John, you can. Okay, now, today's session, I'm not showing you exactly how to decide how to sell lower. No, today's session is to show you the strategy. How you deploy, that is up to you already. Okay, how you deploy is up to you already. The strategy is to enter a bullish synthetic on a company that I decide that it will go up. Okay, and I want to use lesser buying power. Okay, so the call you pay, this is you pay, this is you receive. So net is, this is the net premium. Okay, this is net premium. The strike is the current price. Just choose the current price. Yes, the max risk is when it goes to 0. Okay, max risk is when it goes to 0. Okay, but question, do you think TLT will go to 0? I don't think so. At least not for me. Yes, same buy and sell on the same day. Correct. Chinmei, same day. Okay, don't go and split up. Don't today buy one leg, next day buy another leg. You will get yourself confused. No, same leg. Yes, this is a treasury bond. You're right. Okay, so maximum buying power is 30% roughly. So that's about 2009. Okay, and your profit is unlimited. So what happened? 130 is here. This is your premium paid. Can you see that? This one is the premium paid. As long as it goes above 98.30 on expiration, you make profit. Okay, so this was what happened. Entered here. It goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Here. Now, question, guys. Remember, I started at 97? Okay. Question, do you think I made profit or loss over here after taking into account the premium paid? This is when it expires. Roughly here is going to expire already. Okay. Do you think I made a profit or loss? It just went up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down, go up, come down. It was a slight profit. Slight. Okay, very slight profit. Okay, but still not that bad. Okay, so this is how it works. End up, I close this trade. Okay, for me, this one is more of a trade, not an investment. So I can just close the trade. Okay, get it? Okay, so this trade eventually it was a $261 profit. It was just a $261 profit. Okay, not that bad. I made about 8%, roughly about 8%. Okay, so it's a very simple strategy. Buy, call, sell, put, same strike, same date. Simple as that. Okay, buy, call, sell, put, same strike, same date. Buy, call, sell, put, same strike, same date. Buy, call, sell, put, same strike, same. Exactly the same. Don't have to be too difficult. Okay, can I? Now, this one is the interesting one. Triple Q. Now, close my eyes. Okay, oh guys, now I ask you this question. Do you think triple Q will be up or down? Triple Q will be up or down in the next 5 years? Do you think triple Q will be up or down in the next 5 years? Okay. You see, you guys already know the answer. You already know the answers. Okay. So what happened at that time is I had 500 shares. Okay. When I did this, I had 500 shares of triple Q using cash. I bought the shares using cash. And my average price was very, very low. Okay. So using cash, a lot of my buying power is blocked. So eventually what I did was I sold away this, sell everything, and I opened 5 contracts of triple Q or bullish synthetic. I opened 5 contracts of triple Q bullish synthetic. It significantly brought down the buying power block, which gives me a lot of cash to do something else. See that? So this was a trade that I originally had about almost 500. Then I accumulated 210 and converted them. Okay, I really eventually I collected almost 500 to 600 triple Q shares. Okay, so I converted them and sold it for profit already. Then after I keep on accumulating my triple Q shares, end up I did this. I went to do a bullish synthetic here. Can you see that? I converted the whole thing into bullish synthetic. Okay, so instead of paying a certain amount of cash, now I'm only blocking out 30%. Can you see how significant this is? When instead of paying so much for the shares itself, I'm using only 30% and still control the full number of shares. Can you see that? Okay, so the main thing is this. If you have a company that you know is going to go up in the long term and you have absolute confidence in it, bullish synthetic is a very powerful strategy for you to use. Okay, so this company, I remember when this happened, right, I was doing a webinar like today. Okay, I was doing a webinar like today, and my position went down. So a lot of people go, oh, that day was a bad day. Yeah, so what I did was, while the webinar was going on, I quickly entered a bullish synthetic during that day, during the webinar itself. Okay, and eventually, triple Q all the way up. How many of you would love to be in this trade? How many of you would love to be in this trade? I can tell you, you don't have to wait too long. Certain companies, certain ETF, right? It's the closed eyes. You also know what's going to happen. Right? Okay, and this is how I made my money. I don't have to have very advanced things, advanced strategy. No need. Keep it simple, guys. Brainless, yes. Like what some of you, you just need a system. You understand your system. You have someone mentoring you. You have someone reminding you. That's how it works. Okay, so triple Q is one very good example. After that, I decided close my triple Q and redo it on TQQQ, which is still open. Okay, this is my TQQQ now. I just open a recent one on January 2028. See my synthetic 27, 28. I hold through earnings. Okay, some companies, when you are doing bullish synthetic for good companies and great ETF, right? You don't have to care about earnings because you are looking at long term. Brainless, pressureless. I don't care what happens overnight in the US. To me, it doesn't matter because I know in the 5 years, 3 years, it's going to go up. That's how I invest. That's how I trade. Now, how many of you find this approach very suitable for you. Less pressure, less stress. Okay, just think long term. Just go long term care already. And it's easy. Okay, yes, 2026 expire already. This is the contract expire already. Okay, I took my profit already. You're right, I took my profit. After that, I reopen. 2027, 2028, reopen. Ah, very good, Kimberly. You saw that. Yes, you saw that. I paid almost nothing. 15 cents. I paid almost nothing for this trade. 15 cents. 3 years. Okay. Now, how many of you wants to learn how to do that? Almost no debit, no premium for this one. If you want, okay, say me, I teach you the trick. 3 years. Okay, this is a trick I found out playing with this strategy that I shared with the mentors how to do it. Okay. Now, the thing about this is, if you trade a 3-year options, liquidity is very low. Liquidity is very, very low, which means the bid, okay, example, if I take a 3 years contract, the bid could be maybe 50 cents. Then the ask could be $1. Example. Okay? Example, what I did was I put a 10 cent or 20 cent trade. I put in an order. I left it there. I go to sleep. Okay? Now, I realize that a lot of times, right, super long-term trades like this, right, their spread between these two is not real. It could be wider than that. Okay? Because it's so far away, the liquidity is so thin. The spread could be so much wider than 50 cents and $1. So what I did was I just put a 10 cent, 20 cent kind of trade. I went to sleep. And it took me like 3 to 4 days, and that contract got filled. Okay. After that, I test it again on other companies like TSM, okay, like TQQQ again, and I realized most of them happen this way. That once you put once it's a long-term bullish synthetic, you put a spread far, right, you can actually get it very low price. Okay. Now, guys, is this trick useful for bullish synthetic? Is this a useful trick? Powerful, right? Okay. Please don't go and pay 50 cents. No way it's going to feel at 50. It's definitely going to feel lower than that. Okay. Can useful, right? Bullish synthetic. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. So TSM, another one, still open. The stock came down. Okay. Stock came down, entered the trade. TSM. Still open. And it was a 195 call. Now, guys, do you all know what is the price of TSM now? Taiwan Semiconductor? Do you know what's the price of TSM? Can someone tell me? What is TSM price? About 400 plus. 398. About 398, around there. See that? So I only use $591 to block out at 195. Can you see that? Okay. So this one I think I had 2 contracts at that time. Took profit for 1 contract already. After that, the next contract is still going on. It's still very profitable. Now, why I took profit for 1 contract is because it was an accident that I opened that 1 contract. Okay, it was like I put in 2 different contracts and see which one gets filled. End up both got filled. So eventually I have to take profit on 1 contract. Okay. Now you don't have to have too much buying power. You just have to have about 30% buying power. Sufficient already. Can you see it? Okay, yes, you can say it's lucky. At the same time, is because I've traded this strategy as my core strategy, I roughly know how it works already. So would these things that I'm sharing with you be able to help you to get a better price, guys? Would it be able to help you get a better price? Definitely. If you know how to do it, sure can get better prices. And this is where experience comes in. Okay. I learned my skills from Adam from Bang, and I use it to build new skills. And that's where mentorship really helps me when it comes to trading options. I don't go to forums and just look at it anymore. There must be real people teaching you how to do it. Can you get it? Is it 1850? How much? 18550. Oh, yes. Sorry. Error. 19700. Correct. This one is error. So this should be how much? 5850. 5850. Okay lah, still not that bad. Missing 10. That's why I say you don't have to be good at max. Agree, John? Don't have to be good at max. Just have to be good at making money. Agree, everybody? Yeah, that's no need. Just click, 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 make money. Ideally, that's the case. But question, guys, does this strategy make sense to you? Does it make sense or not? Where you use a very simple two-legged strategy to replace your stocks and you make money from it. Okay? Yeah, definitely. This one will make sense, make a lot of sense rather than buying the shares outright. And that's what I did. Okay? You just have to go same strike, current price. That's it. Same strike, current price, same DTE. Okay? There's a lot of cases like this where my favorite is this one. Now, just now some of you asked me, what if the stock price goes down? Palantir is a very good example. The stock price went down. Okay? It is a very good example. So let me show you what it means. Palantir, I had the trade at $20, 20 strike. Okay? I was trade at 20 strike, and end up my premium paid is $7. Premium received $6. Net premium is $1. This was a speculative trade. Okay? This was a speculative trade. All right? And maximum risk is 2001. Buying power block 630. Risk is unlimited. Now, Kim is asking, have I closed this trade? I will explain in a while. This trade itself has many things happening. Okay, it's not as straightforward as buy and hold. There's a lot of things happening for this trade. Okay, I can tell you this, I'm still holding on to Palantir. Okay, I'm still holding on to Palantir. So it was here at 20. Now, guys, where is Palantir's price now? Where is Palantir's price now? Where is Palantir's price? 132. Agree? 132. So am I in the money, making profit already? I am. Very profitable. Okay. So what happens to Palantir is after I entered the trade, okay, it went up, then came all the way down. After I entered, oops. Hey, what's happening? After I entered the trade, Palantir came down. Can you all see that? Can you see that Palantir went down? Okay, then after that, it moved sideways. So what I did was, over here, I closed my trade. I closed my trade, then reopened. That was what I did. Okay, I closed and reopened. After that, it went up and drew all the way up again. Can you see it? So this one was the trade that I took a loss at the start, reopened, went all the way up. Okay, currently, this is my position. I have 600 shares, which is already assigned. That time, already assigned. Okay, and I still have 5 contracts, 33 put around here. It was wrote here, 33 put. Can you see that? Why did I close? Yeah, it's because it was expiring. Okay, partly because it was expiring, partly because I have collected most of the premium. Okay, that will be a bit more advanced compared to this session already. So the main idea is it was expiring. Can you get it? Okay, so main thing is, if you are going for this kind of speculative trade, don't ever all in. Speculative can. $20, $30 stock can do that. Yeah, and do you need shares? Yes, if you have shares and you're assigned, you need the cash. Okay, but if you don't have the cash, right, you can always sell back the shares. It's fine. Okay, can Now, in fact, right, Palantir was a very, very good example where I sold the put, and this put was assigned, I sold it back. I sold back the shares, reopened a new put. Okay, whereas I have one example is my Google, right? My Google came down. Now, do you all remember last year, Google came down because of they wanted to break up the Google company. Do you all remember that, guys? When Google came down, they wanted to break up Google company. Do you all remember that incident? Now, when that happened, right, my Google shares got assigned using bullish and delay. It got assigned. Okay, so at that moment, my 100 shares that I was assigned, I have 2 choices. Choice 1, sell the 100 shares, end of game. Choice 2, keep the share. I decided to keep the share, and Google went back up. Okay, actually I have a third choice. The third choice is sell the shares. Okay, sell the shares, and after that do another bullish synthetic. Okay, any of these choices is fine. Why not sell partial? You can sell partial, Amos. Only thing is because that time I only had one contract, so I cannot sell half a contract. Okay, so that's the only reason. Do I wait for a pullback? Yes, you wait for a pullback to the support. Steve, you wait for a pullback. Don't go and enter high. Wait for a pullback to the support. Okay, now, so that's the 30% capital hack for bullish synthetic. Okay, now, guys, how many of you find that bullish synthetic will be a very powerful method for you to manage your current position and open new positions even on the low price stocks? How many of you feel bullish synthetic is a very, very powerful strategy? Super powerful, right? This is what I like. I like bullish synthetic because I get to control really good companies at a fraction of the price. So if you tell me you have a small account, right? Yeah, choose the companies that is lower price. Don't go and choose the $500 company. You are not going to able to afford it. Choose your better, guys. Choose your strategy that works for you. Okay, you can close this bullish synthetic before expiration. It's fine. Or you want to roll it, it's fine. Either way, it's fine. You won't go wrong. Okay, as long as you do it on the great companies, you won't go wrong. Can get it? Okay, if you get assigned, sell the shares away. Then end of game. It's okay. Nothing wrong with assignment. Now, how many of you here, you are scared of options because you're scared of assignment? Anybody? Let's be honest. You heard about assignment, all this kind of stuff. Who did you hear it from, guys? Did you hear it from professional or you hear it from friends? If you hear it from friends, then I'll tell you, don't listen to them. Professionals are not scared of assignment because we have ways to handle it. If we are assigned, we sell the shares out. Doesn't matter. Assign the share, sell it away. It is not a concern. So some of you are saying assignment risk. There is no risk in assignment. There is no risk. Okay? The risk is only when you are investing and trading on the wrong company. The risk is when you don't manage your risk. Don't manage your margin. Okay? Yes. Small companies may not necessarily have low liquidity, depending on type of companies. So it is not about the assignment, but the question is, are you using it on the great companies? If TQQ drops, okay, if you're concerned about TQQQ, right, then don't do TQQQ. Just do QQQ. That's fine. Just do QQQ. I do TQQQ because it is cheaper. That's the only reason. Okay, not because they are different type of ETF. To me, they are the same ETF, just cheaper. Okay, do you need to buy the shares first? Of course, you need to buy the shares. Which is why I say don't over trade. Once you over trade and you get a sign, right, you cannot handle the shares. Trade one contract, two contract, fine. Get the share ready, you will have some time to sell back the shares. Can you get it? Okay, so it's all about managing your buying power. Okay, options are most options traders don't use purely cash. We use a bit of margin here and there, but we manage it. Can you get it? Recent bullish synthetic, Novo Nordisk. I am going to add more on Novo Nordisk. In fact, I've added already. What else? If I'm looking at a few service now to me now, okay. But when I don't know, I will see how it goes. I may not even enter. Okay, service now, bullish. McDonald's, another one that I like, but I haven't really looked into it in detail yet. So there are a lot of companies like that. Netflix, no. Netflix is not my kind of company. Company earnings doesn't matter to me as long as it's a great company. Doesn't matter. Huh? Okay, good. Now, after hearing about bullish synthetic, how many of you want a strategy that's even better for a small account, really small account? The one that I started off with. Bullish synthetic was how I grew my small account. Once I built enough already, I use it to grow my account. How many of you wants the one that I start off with, which is book cost spread? Correct. That is the one. Those with small account, you need to listen up. Because if you want to grow your small account, bull cost spread, this strategy is what is useful for me. 3.5K enough, confirm enough for bullish synthetic. Sorry, for bull cost spread. Okay, so bull cost spread, this strategy is my second strategy. This is my original, the OG of my account. Okay, the OG of my account. This strategy suitable for small account. Now, when I say small account, what I mean is if you have large account, you can take more contracts. But if you have small account, okay, normally if you say you have a 20K account, you can trade about 2% or even 1%, which is $200, roughly there, okay, roughly $200. Now, question, guys, those of you, those of you with a small account or even a large account, doesn't matter, would $200 to $400 a trade, $200 to $400 a trade, would it be something that is reasonable for you to risk? How many of you? Yes. $200 to $400 a trade. Worst case, you lose 200 to 400. You won't lose more than that. Because bullish synthetic, your biggest loss is when it goes to zero. Agree? Now, bull call spread, your biggest loss is controlled. $200 to $400. And that was how I started trading. Okay? So what happens is a bull call spread is similar to bullish synthetic, but you play with the call side. Just now was a call and put. This is a call side. Okay? It is cheaper and lower time decay versus a straight long call, which I mentioned to you just now already. Time decay can work in your favor when you manage carefully. Okay? Now, another thing is one winner can offset multiple losses, which is what I did. I did not go for very high win rate when I did bull call spread. I did not. I went for high quality trades and I make sure that when I win, right, I win a lot more than I lose. That's what I did. Okay? And it's relatively easier to manage. No rolling, no adjustment. Once you hit a certain target, close your trade. Okay? Now, next. It is suitable for small account to start. Okay? And I really started trading this as my key when I started trading options because I don't have large accounts to trade credit spreads. Now, credit spreads, which is what Adam and Bang likes to do, you can collect maybe $50 premium. To me, it's $50 premium, not much. How much can I earn from one trade? $50. Not even enough for my petrol. So I decided bullish and the credit trades are not suitable for me. So I like to do debit trades, which the premium that I pay is slightly more, but it's controlled. Worst case is this. Worst case is market goes down, I lose a premium. That's the worst case. Okay, so there are fewer trades to manage. Can you get it, guys? Fewer trades to manage. So anybody here, you don't have a lot of time to trade. You want to trade lesser and still want to make money. Want to trade lesser. Yeah, no time, right? So if you are kind of no time to trade, you want to trade lesser, 1 month, 5 to 6 trade more than sufficient for you. Bull call spread is for you. If your account is small, bull call spread is also for you. Okay, so if you don't want to take those kind of 50, 100 trades, right, you can trade bull call spread. Okay, so this is a very simple strategy. It is very suitable. Like I told you, my small account, the one that I built, right, is here. Can you see this? This was my small account I built with a 3.5K account, and I posted it in 2023 to the students. Okay, so I use a small account. After I'm good at it already, I use a small account and I build it up. Eventually, it was a 10.5K. Okay, so this is not, oh, why I say small account can trade. It is, you have a small account, you build the skills first, you learn the skills, you practice already. Once you become more confident, then you can trade it much better. You have a higher win rate, higher returns. Okay, so you can see that when I trade my small accounts, it's all using bull call spread. Most of them is using bull call spread when I started. Okay, so this is one tool that those of you who have no time, don't want to trade too many, and your account is small, very suitable. Okay. Okay, now, so what's a bull call spread? A bull call spread is similar to a bullish synthetic for the first leg, still long call. Now, let's do a quick revision. Long call. Okay, you pay premium or you collect premium? Come, quick revision. Pay, yes, you pay money. You pay money. Is it cheap or is it expensive? Cheap or expensive? Expensive, yes. Long call is always expensive. So, do you want to pay expensive premium, guys? Do you want to pay expensive premium? No, you don't want to pay. Agree. Okay, so what you want to do is you do a short call. It's the opposite of a long call. A long call, a short call. The difference now is different strike. Okay, I'll put it even easier for you. Long call at current price. Even easier. For those of you who ask how to choose the strike, now I'm telling you how to choose a strike. Long call, current price. That's it. Okay, so revision, guys. To choose the strike for the long call, how to choose? Tell me your answer in the chat. To choose the strike for the long call, how to choose? No, don't give me the option name. Just give me the most basic, understandable name. Current price. Yes. Okay. Current price. All clear? Now, short call, you pay premium, right? What's the purpose of this premium? Tell me, what do you think? What's the purpose of the short call? Oopsie. What's the purpose of short call? Is to pay for long call, correct? Is to finance the long call so that it's cheaper to offset the premium. And now you understand. Every time we have the two-legged option, right? The second leg, most of the time, right, is to finance the first leg. So that it's cheaper. Okay? Short call, let me give you from the start your target price. Your strike is the target price. Short call, strike is the target price. If you think the stock is going to go to 500, your short call is 500. If you think the stock is going to go to 300, your strike is 300. Okay? Revision, guys. Short call, how to choose the strike. Short call, how to choose the strike. It's your target price. Simple as that. Target price, huh? Short call is your target price. Whether is it resistant or what, doesn't matter. Target price. Okay? So when you do this, question, will you be paying more or less premium? Will you be paying more or less premium? Less premium. Okay? You pay less premium. Huh? Next question. Let's do it this way. Instead of me telling you, you look at my screen, look at my chart. Huh? Do you think the profit is unlimited? Look at my chart, the one on the right. Do you think the profit is unlimited? It is not. It is limited. Limited profit. Okay, because of the short call. Limited profit. This is your target price. Okay. Then question. Do you think the loss is unlimited or limited? Do you think the loss is limited or limited? Limited. So it's a limited loss. Can you get it? Limited profit, limited loss. Okay, and this loss is your premium paid. Can you get it? Yes, unlimited profit, unlimited loss. Sorry, limited profit, limited loss. So if you are the kind that says, I cannot handle limited loss, or I cannot handle limited profit, then this is not for you. You don't have to buy shares. Cindy, this strategy, no need to buy any shares. No need. Because the long call and short call, they will offset each other. There's no need to buy any shares. Okay, Cindy? So for this strategy, it's a very, very simple strategy. I'll draw it here for you. If the stock goes like that, down, and I enter here, and this is the current price, this will be my long call. Okay? If I think that it will go up, here, this is my target. This is my short call. No shares assigned. You don't care about assignment first. Okay, don't care about assignment first. At this point, guys, are you clear about how to choose the long call and short call first? Those of you asking expiration, you are going way ahead already. Let's focus on the strategy first. Are you clear how to choose the long call and the short call? Yes? Okay, good. All clear. Huh? Next, let me answer your question on strike. How many days? 30 to 45 days. That's it. 30 to 45 days, same strike. That's a different strike, same DD. Okay? Before I move on, is this clear? Because once I move to the next page, next slide, right, I'm showing you actual example already. You must understand the whole setup first. Okay? Okay, there will be no stocks required to buy. No cash required. There's huge. The only cash you need is the premium. That's the most you lose. You will not lose more than the premium under normal situation. Okay, your aim is the stock goes up. Stock goes sideways, you lose. Stock goes down, you lose. Stock goes up, you win. Can? Clear? Yeah. So when to deploy? You deploy when you're bullish with a target price. Okay. Normally on high momentum stocks, when you have a breakout on consolidation like this, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, enter. Is this example simple enough, guys? Breakout from a consolidation. If you think that's going to break out, you can enter. Second way, bounce off a support on a moving average. Support, 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 enter, enter. Any point here, good to enter. Valuation of company doesn't matter. Valuation doesn't matter. Huh? What matters is momentum. We are purely looking at technical analysis. This one, no need fundamentals. Purely technical analysis. Look at chart. Look at chart only. Okay? So, how many of you wants to learn a third method of entering? First method, moving average. Bounce off moving average. Second method, breakout. How many of you want to learn a third method, which is my favorite method? How many of you want a third method, which is my favorite method? Okay, my favorite method is this. I wait for it to come down. I enter here. This is YY's favorite method. I don't like to break out consolidation. I don't like to enter on moving average. I like to enter when it drops. That's my style. Okay, and this was how it worked for me. Okay, where I built my account fast. Most of it entered at the bottom. That's me. Okay, now make a guess. Adam likes to enter where? Makes a guess. Adam likes to enter where? On moving average or breakout? Breakout? Answer. Adam likes to enter here. Moving average. Adam prefers to enter on moving average. I prefer to enter at bounce off consolidation. Same strategy, different style, which is why options is flexible to the individual. Okay, can? Okay, now let me show you an example. Here's an example of on Goldman Sachs. Okay, current price is roughly around here. Current price at 384.44. Target price is 405. Okay, now question: where do you think is my long call? Where should I set my long call? Current price is 384.44. Target is 405. Where should I set my long call? Should my long call be 384 or close to 384, or should my long call be 405? Yes, 384. Okay, current price. So the current price, the closest one is 385. See that? Closest one, 385. Now, 385, you will see the bid and ask price is 8.35 and 8.55. Let's take the middle point, 8.45. Is that okay, guys? 8.45, I take the middle point, 8.45. Is that okay? Okay, so that is my premium paid, 8.45. Okay, now then the 405, which is my target. Okay, I'm aiming that it will go to 405. 405 is here. B and ask 220, 232. The middle is 236. The net premium is this. Net premium. Okay, now this is also your max loss. Is this part clear for everyone? Is this part clear? Your net premium is your max loss. Yes, you enter both legs together. Enter both legs together. Max premium is the max loss. Now, your max profit is actually the long strike, which is 405, minus, okay, the short strike. Sorry, long strike plus your premium, which is 6.19. Okay, that will give you, okay, why am I not writing? Wrong. It's a long premium, which is 385. Okay, 385 plus 6.19. Okay, so your break even will be 391.19. This is your break even price. So the stock must go above 391.19 before you make money. Can everybody clear about this? Are you clear on the calculation first? Later, then we talk about the entry. At this moment, are you clear about the calculation size? Is the calculation simple enough? Long call, current price. Short call, target price. Net premium is your max loss. Max profit will be long strike plus net premium. Okay, simple. Huh? Next, the P&L, we'll look at this. 385 is the long call. Okay, and your short call is here. Okay, break even is here. All right. Max loss is 619, just now we calculated already. Max profit 1381, which we calculated already. Okay, so if it goes beyond 391.19, look at the green line, you will make profit. If it stays below on expiration, you make loss. Okay, so this one, your max profit is 1381, your max loss, remember, is 619. So you take 1381 divided by 619, risk reward is 1:2.2. Okay, 1:2.2. Now, what is the minimum expectation? Before I will say that this is a good trade, I prefer at least 1:2. Anything less than 2, anything less than 2, I probably will not take it. If it's 1.9, maybe I'll take it. Okay, so is this part clear for you on how a bull call spread works? Is this part clear on how a bull call spread works? Okay? Clear? Now, why do I prefer this over bull put spread? Because I like to have high wins. Bull put spread is I have low amount of wins but higher win rate. To me, win rate is not the most important. It's the amount I win and make sure that I have an average win rate is sufficient to make money already. Okay, and I will show you in a while why I said it. Okay, so basically the bull call spread exit rules is this. Either you cut loss when 50% of your max loss has been reached, or you take profit when 80% of the max profit is reached. If it gaps down, you are so unlucky, you enter and it gaps down, and you hit an 80% loss, what's the best thing to do, guys? If it's you enter a trade and it gapped down, you lost 80 to 90% already. What do you think you should be doing? Come, type your answer into the chat. Wait, close, exit. Now, you see different people do different style. For me, it's simple. I go back to my rules. My rule says if I lost 80 to 90%, I hold. And I pray. It goes back up. Okay? Now, most of the time, it will not go back up. Most of the time, you will lose. But there will be some cases it will go back up. Because you already lost 80%, nothing much to lose. So you might as well take the best alternative, which is to wait. See that? Now, this year, I had 2 cases in January that happened this way. Gap down. And it gapped down very early in the trade. So I just held on to the trade and it went up. Okay, so this is my 3rd rule of exiting the trade. My 4th rule is this. If I'm making very little profit, then it's going to expire already, I'll close the trade. Okay, or 5th rule is to leave it to expire if I'm making more than 70% profit. Okay, and the last rule is exit before earnings. Now, question, guys. Do you think I exit based on emotions and feeling, or do I exit based on the rules that is written down? What do you think I do? Do you think I should exit based on emotions and feelings, or should I exit based on rules? Based on rules. And that was exactly what I did when I grew my account. There are a lot of times I felt like exiting, but I went back to my rules and look at my rules step by step, one by one. Is it a reason to exit? If it's not, I don't exit. Is it a reason to stay? If it's not a reason to stay, I also will not stay. Okay. So one of the things about trading is this: have rules. Systematic rules are better. Yes, you're right. Okay. So when you have rules, you don't depend on feelings. Your trade is more predictable, at least better than the feelings part. Okay. So these are my trades. I'm showing you these trades, right, that help me grow my account. Nowadays, I am trading lesser of bull call spread because I've moved more to bullish synthetic. Okay, but when I was trading a lot of bull call spread, you can see what happened here. When I make profit, my profits are really very high returns. Can you see that? Can you see my profits? All very high returns, okay? Whereas when I make my loss, can you see the loss? 50% loss, cut loss. Can you see that? Okay, the only one that I did not cut loss was 100, this one, 100%, because this 100% one was a case where I entered a trade that I should not have entered. Very low liquidity trade. Okay, it's manual exit, correct? It's manual, no automatic stop loss here. Okay, and you can see when my max loss per trade, now this one is, you can see over here, depending on number of contracts, okay, premium paid. Okay, see this? Premium paid can be $5, $3, $1, $1, $1, $2, depending on number of contracts you take. 128, $2, 234, 285. Can you see that? Now question. Is this strategy suitable for someone who can risk $200 to $300 to trade? Is this strategy suitable? 200 to 300, don't have to risk like thousands of dollars. 2 to 300, is it suitable? It is. You just have to choose your trades and choose your strikes carefully. Okay, so my max loss versus max profit, you can see the risk reward that I took. 1:3, 1:94, 2.8, 2.55, 2.19, 2.23. These are the exact trades I took. Can you see that? So, this one 3.43, even better. Okay, 3.49. Can you see that? Okay, so it is possible to trade this. Sometimes one contract, sometimes two contracts. It's possible depending on your preference. Okay, and you can see my profit and loss. Small account, I'm not having a big account at the time. One trade, profit 900, 900, 900. Loss, only lost 160. Profit 1,005. Profit 500, loss 180. Loss 390, loss 426. Profit 700, profit 216, profit 2,600. This one really fly. Okay. Loss 348, profit 1,007. Loss, 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 loss. Okay. Now question, guys. This strategy, is it a high win strategy? What do you think? Is it a high win strategy? Is this a high win strategy? No, it is not. Okay, it is not. However, with the right selection of trades, you can increase your win rate. Okay, and do you see that when I win a lot? Do you all see that? Do you see that when I win a lot? But when I lost, do you see that? $160. Now, $160 loss, $190 loss. Is this manageable for a small account? Is this manageable for a small account? $160, $190 loss. And this is why I say, those of you with small account, bull call spread is very, very suitable for you. When you risk $200, $300, compared to other strategies that the risk is a lot higher. Okay, so those of you with smaller accounts, or you want to take lesser risk, you want to take lesser trades, you want to start small, start simple, then I would say bull call spread is a very powerful strategy. Okay, I started trading bull call spread. Okay, and the reason why I traded was because Adam was the one who introduced me to bull call spread. So when I first learned how to trade options, what Adam did was he threw all the course videos to me and say, why, go and watch it. And after that, we will trade. So the first strategy that Adam taught me was bull call spread. Okay, that's the first strategy. And every day we will start trading bull call spread. Now, question, guys, do you think Adam is still trading a lot of bull call spread? What do you think, guys? Do you think Adam is still trading a lot of bull call spread? No. Anybody knows what's his favorite strategy now? Yes, cash account put and bull put spread. Okay, he is a credit trader. He used to be a debit trader, but now he's a credit trader. Okay, he joined the dark side. He joined a bang on the credit side because his account is big. He can sell a lot of contracts. I stayed on the bull call spread side. Okay, either way, we are able to make money, and that's the most important thing you need to understand when it comes to options. Okay, system is there, strategy is there. You just follow the system, you will still be able to be profitable. Just prefer which style, which is the style that you like. Okay, so you can see how long are these trades. You can see that over here. These trades are held over 30 days, 30 days. One of them 4 days. Okay, 13 days, 22 days. You can see that I did not hold on to these trades for long, which means If I want liquidity, last minute I need to withdraw some cash, I can take this strategy. It is very liquid. My money is not stuck in the trades. Can you see that, guys? Okay, so guys, how many of you feel that bull call spread is also a very powerful strategy that's suitable for you? Small losses, but big wins. Agree? Power at it. This is why I say, for those of you who wants to build your account or you want to learn options, start with either bull call spread or bull put spread. Either one. Okay? Because these are very simple strategies that anyone can use. Okay? You don't have to go and do the super advanced kind of stuff. Simple strategy works. All right. Now, question, guys. Would you prefer to go through a 3-year course, 4-year course to write on thesis or options? Or would you prefer to learn from experienced traders who really been there, done that, and learn how to trade live? Which would you prefer? I'm not going for 4-year course. I don't need that. Okay, life now, to me is just teach me how to make money. Agree? That's how many of you, your aim is to make money when it comes to trading. That's me here. I don't need complicated theories. I just need to be able to trade and be profitable. Agree? And that is where all my mentors guided me. They make it simple for me. Okay? So one of the things that we have to understand is this. When it comes to options trading, the starting part will take a bit of practice, but once you practice already, you'll be good at it. All right? Okay, so let me just continue where I left off. Here's a trade on Google. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Guys, price is at 173. Target is 146. Tell me, guys, my long call, what should I choose? Long call. Since you already know, long call, what strike should I choose? 1-3, either 137 or 138. Agree? Either 137 or 138. Then the short call, what should I choose? Short call, 146. Simple strategy, which means I'm aiming for this to come up to around here. Now, question. Do you think 146 is a reasonable target? Look at this chart. Do you think 146 is a reasonable target? Possible, right? It's not even near the top. It's somewhere in the middle. So if 146 is a reasonable target, now, guys, if you are in this situation, how many of you will take the trade? Stochastics oversold, even better. If you are in this situation, how many of you will take the trade? Yes, you will take the trade. Now, do you think I took this trade? Yes, I took this trade. Okay, I took this trade, and this is how the trade turned out. I bought 138, cost me 380. I bought 146, I received 98 cents. Okay, so how I get a target price? Very good. Do you see on my options chain, I have this green color thing here? Before it starts changing color, can you see that? At the edge is my target. This is the 1 standard deviation. At the edge is my target. So I aim for the 1 standard deviation. Okay, so my net premium is 282. Okay, net premium. Now question, guys, if my net premium is 282, what is my max loss? If my max premium is 282, what is my max loss? 282, $282. Okay, now question, is this an amount that you can afford to trade? Let's say 1 month, I just take one trade, 282. One lesser meal at restaurant. Maybe one day lesser your bubble tea for 1 month. 282 is a reasonable amount. Can right? Okay, so please don't say, oh, my account is small, I cannot trade. Not true. Your account is small, you just choose the strategy that's suitable for small account. Does that make sense? Okay, so to this trade, eventually fill at 271, and this is the risk profile. Long call 138, short call 146. Aim is for the stock to go up. Max loss 271. Max profit will be 529. Risk reward 1.95. Now, remember just now I said this, guys. What is my minimum target? What is my minimum target? How many? 1 is to what? 2. My minimum target is 1 is to 2. But this is 1.95. Should I take or not? Should I take it? Up to you. Doesn't really matter. If it's somewhere there, take, doesn't matter. I took it. Yeah, serious. Sometimes people overthink. Oh, must be 1 point, must be 2. 1.99 cannot take. No need. As long as it's somewhere there, you can take whatever you like. Doesn't have to be, you are not writing a thesis. You're just trading and making money. Keep it simple, guys. Keep it simple. This is what I do. How many of you feel that my style is reasonable? I honestly, I don't want to go through too much theory. Okay, to me, it's just teach me how to do it. Teach me how to trade. Simple as that. Agree? Yeah. So that's how I do it. All right. So this is how the trade went. From here, okay, it went down. It went down. Okay, now I was sleeping at this point. So by right, I was supposed to cut loss. This was around 50% loss already. It was about 50% loss. Okay, but I was sleeping. Now imagine this. Imagine I'm the kind that will sit in front of my computer and wait and wait and wait and wait and I cut loss. Probably I would have cut loss. But to me is don't have to be so stressed. Enter the trade, I went to sleep. And just nice, it recovered. Okay, and all the way up. So this trade ended up exiting at 7.93. Okay, 7.93. And the final result of the trade was 7.93 minus 2.71. Okay, profit is 522 per contract. And my ROI will be 522 divided by 271. Risk reward achieved 190. Total profit, 2 contracts, 1044. Question, guys. One contract, only as a one trade, make back 1,004. How many of you would love to have this kind of trading capability? That's what I do. I started small. I started with small amount, build up my skill. Okay, build up my skill, learn my lesson, make my mistakes. Then from there, yeah, my basically all any fees is back already. Okay, this is why whenever people ask me, why I have no background in math, I have no background in science or trading. Should I trade? I'll just tell you this. I always tell the students is, if 5 years, 10 years from now, there's a kind of lifestyle that you want, your current income, your current capability, is it able to reach that kind of lifestyle? If not, then what can you do now? Okay, one thing is you can learn a skill that allows you to trade regardless of market. Okay, and that was a skill I learned a few years ago. Now I have the lifestyle that I want. Okay, so these are all choices that you will have to make. Okay, what is the lifestyle that you want? Currently, do you have the skill? If you don't have the skill, pick up the skill now. Okay, how long it takes to pick up doesn't really matter. As long as you start, you will pick up. Okay, my target price is always 1 standard deviation. My exit is always 30 days. So if you follow the rules, you follow the system, then anybody can pick it up as long as you know your basic mathematics. Okay, if you know basic mathematics, you will be good. Technical analysis, Sam, I will talk about it in a while. Okay, don't have to worry about technical analysis. In fact, right, just 2 weeks ago, I conducted a technical analysis class for our students, purely on how technical analysis. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay, what's my weightage on BSS versus BCS? 70% is BSS for me now. Okay, because when I started with a small account, I built it up one trade at a time using bull cost spread. Okay, my small account, I built every trade one by one using bull cost spread. And once my account starts to grow big enough already, I went for BSS, bullish synthetic. Okay, yes. So my account has grown, which is why you will see I have 2 different strategies. Okay, so do I still trade bull cost spread? Yes, I do, because now I have one trade I can show you. Later I'll show you that one trade where it's a live trade still going on, Walmart. Yeah, I took a Walmart trade just last week. It is still in. Okay, now for bull cost spread, you are looking at about 5 to 6 trades a month, more than sufficient already. If you really get a good trade, right, more than sufficient. Okay, so this is another example. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Enter. Can you see that? I told you I like to trade horizontal. Enter, buy call, target, sell call. enter at 110, short strike 119. Premium paid 246. Guys, 246 $246. Is it an amount that you are comfortable to risk? 246. Yes or no, guys? $246 a trade. Worst case, you lose 246. You won't lose any sleep over it. See, this is what I like to do. 246, but my risk, my profit is about 2.66 times. Ended up, it went up, and I made back all in one trade. Everything in one trade. One trade only. Yes, stochastics also oversold. See that? Everything is in line. What else do you want in life, guys? Can you get it? What else do you want in life? It's there for you to pick it up. It's there to trade. See that? Okay. Match, another one. Goes up, comes down. Goes up, comes down. Enter. Simple. No need to think. Okay. Then after that, goes up, target, exit, profit 2006. Risk, this one a bit higher. The risk is $450. Okay. Max loss is max loss is 451, sorry. And your profit is 3,098. All in one trade. Your losses may not cover the wins. Well, not true, because I will prove to you. In fact, I've shown you my profits cover the losses. My profits cover. You don't go for any other trade. You choose the high quality ones, your profit will go up. Okay. So if you say traders cannot make money, I don't think that is true, because I'm making money from trading. That is my bread and butter now. Okay. So it's all about getting yourself trained. Before you get yourself trained, put away all the other things that you've heard before. Get yourself trained first. Once you get yourself trained already, then you decide what works for you. Does that make sense? Okay. Aaron, you have the question. Do I use BCS and similarly for BSS? No. For me, BCS is a 30-day trade. Bull call spread, 30 days. Short-term trade. In, out. No holding, no rolling. Bullish synthetic, I'm going long-term. 1 year, 2 years. So it's very clear. Bullish synthetic for me is more of the investment grade kind of trades. Bull call spread is purely trade. Technical analysis. That's it. Okay. How do you pick the right stocks to trade? Like I told you, one way is horizontal support resistance. The other one is moving on the moving average, and the third will be a breakout. Either one is fine. Okay. Another one, Nike. Nike is my favorite. Nike, go up, come down. 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 Here. Guys, would you take this trade? How many of you would take this trade? And before earnings, this is just before earnings. Would you take this trade? 3 days before earnings. Now, by right, no need, don't take right. By right is not there. I took the trade. Okay, and the reason I took the trade is there's nothing much for me to lose. It's already a support before earnings. Worst case, it drops, I lose 395. Worst case, if it drops, I lose 395. I can handle a 395 loss. Okay, I'm not going to lose more as compared to buying shares. Buying shares, it gaps down, unlimited loss. But if I deploy a bull call spread, my loss is capped. Loss is capped means I can sleep well. Can you see that? Okay, and if it goes down, so be it, hold the trade. If it goes up, I make my profit. So it did gap up, sell call at 145, and within 4 days, I made about 1,001. See that? Okay, guys, imagine you have these strategies. Imagine you have these strategies. Would you be able to be a better trader and be a more profitable trader? Yes or no? Imagine you know all these things in advance. You already know all these strategies and you know the tricks. You will definitely be a better trader. But the thing is, a lot of people, they don't learn it properly. They learn it from the internet, from Google, from YouTube, or whatever places, rather than they invest in themselves to learn it properly. Okay, I learned it from Adam, how to trade bull call spread. He's the one that taught me how to trade bull call spread. And after I learned how to do bull call spread already, I make sure I'm the master of bull call spread. I don't have to trade something else already. Just make sure I be good at bull call spread. See that? So one thing you want to do is this: get started. When you get started, you pick up the skill from the different mentors already. After that, build your own skill. Okay, very important. Once the mentor taught you what they are doing, you build your own skill. Okay, can I? Okay, another one. Nike went up, profitable. Walmart, the one that I told you that is still open. This was the trade. Walmart support over here, went up. Then I was waiting very long for it. Came down, I missed it here, never take. Came down, enter here. Okay, this was my trade. I bought a call at 113, which is here. Okay, paid a premium of total 181, which means is 114.81. Okay, and the short call is 120, which means my max profit is 519. Okay, so now I'm still looking at this trade. Currently, it is profitable for a while. It's updated a few days ago. Last night, I think came back a bit, but still profitable. Okay, and let's see. Help me observe over the next few days. Does it go up? Okay, okay, let me answer Jane's question. Do you need technical knowledge to enter? Well, I will say this. Trading requires skills, like any other skills. Okay, you can learn the basics. At the same time, you got to pick up experience. You got to pick up experience. Once you have the experience, you will know what to trade. Okay, when it comes to chart, right, technical analysis, based on what students shared with us over the last few months, we just created a technical analysis webinar for our students, for our subscribers. So just 2 weeks ago, I did one session. So you can be quite assured that once you are in the webinars, right, you will learn the tricks, how to enter, what's a higher probability level to enter. Okay, anybody can trade book horse spread, but not everybody will be able to be profitable in book horse spread. Main reason is because their entry point is not good, and they don't know all those nitty-gritty things that I know, which is why during our webinars, I will share with the students how to do all these things. Okay, yes, sideways is not good for book horse spread. You don't want a trade that goes sideways. Okay, you want a trade that goes up. Okay, so during the webinars, I normally will share with the students how to identify these kind of trades. Okay, yeah, so that's for this portion here. Okay, any question, guys? If you have questions, you can ask in the chat or in the Q&A. Any questions? Okay, ready? Good. Is this a bull trap? I don't know. I don't care. Doesn't matter bull trap or bear trap. Just matter is easy as support. Okay, so this is one of my students, I call Eileen, and she is one of the best. She has been trading options for quite a while with other student, other community and stuff, but somehow not getting good results. Doing a lot of complicated stuff. Okay, then when I was teaching her, right, I told her this: if you are not very good, simple, keep it simple. Okay, keep it simple. Just trade bull call spread or bull put spread. And what Eileen does is she just took my advice for the next few months, right? She just focused on bull call spread. Just focus on bull call spread. And this is what she shared. She took a trade on bull call spread on MasterCard, and that trade was profitable for $980. Okay, and she have quite a few of these trades. Okay, you can see that. So it is not that only the mentors or me that can be profitable. Anybody who has the right system can be profitable. Okay, it is the system that makes you profitable. Okay, it's the mentor who guides you on the experience. Can you see that? Okay, and I will show you how to do that during the in the webinars itself. All right, here's Tommy, another one who trades a lot of bullish synthetic. Can you see that? And his result, amazing. Okay, so Tommy, another one, did very well, still in the community. Here's Sharon. Sharon is another interesting student I had. Sharon is one of the senior management in one of the biggest IT security company in the world. Okay, but she has that fear of what if I lose my job, because the company, companies are going to do downsizing and stuff. They call it right sizing. So Sharon's team has been cut multiple times. So one of her fear is, what if it's my turn? So that was how she picks up options. And when she picks up option, same thing, she started trading bull call spread as the simple one. Okay, so she traded on Nvidia, and over here 2 trades easily made up 1,006 of profit. Yeah, and that was what Sharon shared. Yes, Sharon's situation is very common. In fact, how many of you here, you have that fear that when the company starts to right size, it's your turn? Anybody have this fear? That when company starts to downsize, right size, whatever they like to call it, basically is to fire people. It's your turn. Yeah, if you have that fear, then question is, why are you going to wait until that happens? Or you pick up a skill now so that when it happens, you are not afraid. You see that? So when I pick up the skill, one of the reasons why I picked it up, right, was because I was doing teaching, standing in front of students, going to schools. It was very tiring. Every morning, wake up, go to school, reach the school at 8. By the time our program ends 5 o'clock, I believe many of you here, you are teachers. You know how tough it is to stand in front of children and teach. And I asked myself this question at that time. By the time I'm 40 years old, 50 years old, can I still teach with the same kind of energy to children? My answer to myself is, it is possible, but it's very tough. So at that time, I already planned. I am not going to be a teacher to kids by the time I'm 40, 50 years old. I need to find a second path. And that's where I built options trading, build my second path. So now, can I trade purely with options and survive? I can. Okay, I can. Okay, and I'm not shy to even say this. If one day Adam says, "Hey, sorry, you're right. I think we need to right size, and you will be the one to go," I'll say it's okay, Adam, because I can survive. And that was also what happened during COVID. Okay, when many of my colleagues are having that kind of fear, to me is no fear, because I know I have the skill already. Okay, but this skill takes time. Okay, this skill takes time to build up. You are not going to learn this skill in 1 day, 2 days, but it will take time to build up the skill. Okay, can I? So if you think that you want to pick up a skill, this is the best time, because your skill takes time to build. Okay, and if it's your turn to be right side, then make sure you are ready for it. Okay, how long for a slow learner to pick up? Okay, I'll go to that in a while, Erin. Okay, so this is how amateurs like me fight back. I am not, okay, and I'll say this, I am not a financial advisor. I'm not a professional broker. No, I'm not. I am a retail amateur trader that makes money for a living in the stock market, in the options market. That's what I do. I hold my day job. My day job is to be an analyst. My day job is to support our community, to coach. That's my day job. Okay, my part-time job is to trade. And the best part is, for me, my part-time job and my day job works together. I'm enjoying. Okay, so I can trade anywhere I like. I can go to the office and trade. Next week, I'm going for my holidays in Bali. I'm going to trade in Bali. Okay, so that's the flexibility I have for my lifestyle now. Okay, so one of the things that you got to ask yourself is, what kind of lifestyle do you want? Okay, I don't have to have the kind of professional kind of baggage. By trade, I can take care of myself, I can take care of my family, and that's the most important. Yeah, so that is how I would say amateurs will fight back. You and I, we are amateurs. We are not like professionals with the banking power, the financial institution. But we are amateurs that can win our battles. We just have to choose our battles, make sure we attack these battles together. Agree? Okay, so I share with you a few more amateurs that did well. Okay, and they have been sharing their experience. One is Matthew. Okay, I shared Matthew and the whole community a few years ago, right, how to trade bullish synthetic. In fact, last year. Okay, and after that, they became crazy over bullish synthetic. Everything was bullish synthetic. See that? And they started trading bullish synthetic. Matthew, okay, and Matthew understand that it is a double-edged sword, but you have to learn it properly. Once you learn it, you combine with your other courses, like those of you in XPI, whatever, you will start to be able to put them together. All right, like, well, all you need is this: pick up the skills, then after that, turn the skills into your own. Okay, yes, Elizabeth, and I'm sure you understand how tough it is to help children. As much as you love to help them, the energy at a certain age is just different. Okay, now, am I still teaching? I'm still teaching, but I'm teaching adults, where in my aircon room on my own. I don't have to wake up early to go to school anymore. Can you see that? Okay, so Matthew is definitely one student who did well. Okay, and Joshua, another one, June 2025, profit of almost 37,000 Sing dollars. Okay, and it took him about 200 trades. 200 trades. Okay. Now, Joshua is also not a professional, an amateur, just like you and I. Joshua picked up the skills early. See that? He trades cash account put, covered call, jet lizard, bullish synthetic, and covered strangles. Okay. He has most of our programs and he go and combine them together. So those of you with PAM, with UIP, right, if you want to grow them even faster, options is the way to go. But in fact, the moment I started options, I don't purely trade stocks anymore. I'll combine options with all the skills that I have. Okay. So you can see all this, like Ben. Okay. Ben has been updating us very frequently. Trades managed to do about 180, makes 18K, sorry, makes 18K using a 90K capital. Not bad. Okay, using cash account put, bull put spread, cover call, bullish synthetic, bull call spread, cover strangles. You'll see they are more or less trading the same thing. Okay, which is why I say this. You choose what is suitable for you when you trade. You don't have to trade everything. You choose the weapons that you're most comfortable with. All of them can be profitable. Okay. Wendy, 2023, long-time student, portfolio grew 59%. Purely options. Okay. Simple weapon. That's right. Okay. Remember, guys, trading and making money don't have to be complicated. You just have to use the most powerful skill, simplify it to your advantage. That's what I believe in. Okay. I am not aiming to get a degree in options. No. I'm aiming to make money from options. Okay. I'm not sure if that is what you want, but for me is I'm using options as a tool I picked up to make money for myself, to make money for my family. That's my aim. Okay. Yes. So how do you know which strategy to use? I will go through them in a while. Okay. Yang Yun. Okay. Yun. Okay. Come. Let me show you a few more. Suren. Okay. You can see many of them. 6,000 overall premium collected. Okay. Purely in March. Just in March. ISA, and so many of them. Okay. In fact, every time they send us a testimonial, right? And many of our students, they do better than us. They do better than me, do better than Bang, do better than Adam. And whenever they do that, we are so happy for them. Because it just proves one thing. You don't need a degree to be profitable in options. Anybody with basic mathematics can trade. Okay, so do I still invest? I still invest, but I use options to invest. I use options to trade. Can you see that? So it doesn't mean it's mutually exclusive. Combine them together to your advantage. That's what I do. That's what Bang do. That's what Adam do. Okay, this is a Swiss Army knife. Okay, a Swiss Army knife that can fit under different kind of better condition. That's what options is about. Okay. Jason made more than $10,000 in a day purely from options. See that? Michael, another one. Not worried about market failing. I think this is something that many of us have concern with. What if we enter a trade and the market crash overnight? How many of you have this concern? That when you enter a trade, you are scared market crash. And market crash, you also go, oh, what happens? Will I lose all my money? Options, when you know how to do it, like bull call spread, you don't even need to care. I don't care about what happens overnight already. Okay? So all I care is enter good trades, make sure, manage my risk, and let the trade work on its own. Let it work on its own. Don't have to go and interfere with it. Okay? Hannah, another one. Okay? Profit every week. Too good to be true. This is true good. Now, of course, let's be honest. Can you be profitable every week? Not necessary. But can you be profitable in the long term? Yes, you can. Okay, you can be profitable in the long term, and that's what Hannah has been doing. Okay, so before you decide, let me address a few doubts that some of you have. Okay, which just now I asked some of you have these questions. What is your concern? Okay, what is your concern? What is your fear? And I'm going to answer your questions. Math. Do you have to be good at math? You don't have to. Remember, the moment I shared with you two strategies, these strategies, do you need to have advanced mathematics degree? You don't have to. Simple, basic math is sufficient. Okay? And you don't need to watch the chart all day. No need. Most of our traders, we read the charts, before market opens. We enter when market opens. Normally within 1-2 hours, we are asleep. For me, I am asleep usually within 1 hour. Within 1 hour, market opens. I am not looking at my charts anymore already. That is me. Okay, once you know what you are doing, you are comfortable, you practice what you are doing, you know your risk, you don't have to be scared. People who are scared are those who don't know what they are doing and they still go and do. Then after that, they mess it up. But if you practice what we share with you, you follow the rules, you follow the strategy, you will know exactly what's your risk. And if you can handle the risk, take the trade. Know what you're doing first. Practice first. Understand it first. Ask your mentor first. If you have any questions, ask. Keep asking until you understand, then you trade. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Now, of course, if you're scared of losing money, no problem. Start with the small paper trade. Okay. You can ask Bang, you can ask Adam, you can ask me, you can ask our coaches in the community. Okay. You don't have to worry about nobody to ask. We have multiple avenues for you to ask. We have emails, we have Discords. We are always there. Okay. In fact, our options community is so active, right? It is on almost 24/7, even Saturday, Sundays. Every day someone is asking questions there. Every day they are discussing in the community. You see that? Okay. So we have one of the biggest, one of the most active community in the world. Okay. So you don't have to worry that there's nobody to ask. In fact, many times, right, the answers before we ask, right, the answers, so before you answer, the other students have already answered you, and their answers are amazing answers. Okay. So that's what this community is about, is to help each other, to support each other. Now, how many of you here, you are worried, you are concerned that if I trade, there's nobody to guide me, nobody to support me? Like me, when I was trading in the past, I cannot tell my father, my mother, what am I doing? I cannot tell my girlfriend at that time, now my wife, that I am trading. Because my wife will always say I'm gambling. Okay? My wife will always say I'm gambling. But guess what? Now, I am handling her money. I am handling her money now. She puts her money with me because she knows very well, put in bank, 2%. Put with me, I get a lot more for her. See that? So that is something that I'm very proud of myself. Not really because I'm making money, but because I managed to convince my wife that I am not gambling and this is a proper job. This is a proper job that can bring in consistent returns. Okay, now she don't even care how much money I make. She just pass me the money and say, hey, you go and make money for me. That's all. That's all she does. Okay, so yes, it has become from a hobby, it has become something that can sustain me. You get what I mean? Okay, so that was what I did. Okay, so you don't have to worry about losing money. Just learn how to do it properly. Okay, account small. I've addressed that. Small account, you trade the small account way. Big account, you trade the big account way. Okay, so just choose the one that you like. Okay, now what if you miss a live sessions of our webinar? Don't worry, because all our webinars are recorded. All our webinars are recorded. This is 100% recorded. They are uploaded into our mentorship portal. They're uploaded. So even if you miss a webinar, you can attend it, okay, by watching the videos. It is recorded. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the live session. Whatever is holding you back, chances are another student is also in the community that used to do that, but now they are in our community and they took the first step. So all you need to do is you take the first step. Now, make a guess, guys. Make a guess. What is the eldest? What is the oldest? Okay, I'll say eldest. Eldest student that I have ever taught in this course or in this mentorship. Make a guess. What's the eldest student I have personally coached in this mentorship? 75? 80? Yes, about 80. His name is called Venkat. Okay, I think Adam has shared with you. Venkat joined our options course and he was learning a while on his own. Then after that, Venkat, right, I remember I asked him this question. Why are you learning options? At 80 years old, why are you learning options? And Venkat said, oh, my son, I have retired already. I've passed my business to my son. And my son says, ask me to go and learn something so to keep my brain alert. So he took up options. Someone at 80 years old took up options. Okay, and I was very, he is someone that at the start took a long time to understand options. Starting point, he took a long time. Okay, but he never gave up. He was very hardworking compared to some other students. Super hardworking. every day will ask questions, every day will share, he will give his thoughts, and eventually Venkat now manages his children's money. At 80, now it's about 82 already. He manages his children's money. Okay, I remember when I was talking to him over webinar, right? He wasn't even able to set up his Zoom. His children were the ones setting up everything for him. Okay, he don't know how to set up computer, everything. Children set up for him. But now he trades options for his family. Okay, and that's Vanguard. Someone who don't have the even basics in IT, in basic stuff, can do options. And it's not stopping him. Then what is stopping you guys? Okay, so very importantly, what you have as a fear, turn it into an energy. If 5 years, 10 years from now, you can make a difference in your current life, what would it be? And how can you reach that? That's what you need to do. Okay. When I say a long time, some people really take 2 months, 3 months to learn the basics. Now, for me, when I first learned options, right, the most raw version of this mentorship, very, very long ago, when Adam threw me the videos, right, every video I watch it 5 times. I watch, replay, watch, replay, watch, replay. I watch it 5 times already. After that, I go and trade. Make some mistakes here and there, small amount. Eventually, I became good. Okay, so it's about getting used, getting started. Once you get started, it's easy. Okay, now the details of each kind of trade I can only share with you in the mentorship itself, because today we really don't have too much time to go into specific details of book cost spread and bullish synthetic, the really nitty-gritty stuff. Those will be shared in the webinar. Okay. Now, so here's the options wave rider mentorship, which you guys have heard from Adam and Buck. Okay, and since you have gone through all these workshops, all these webinars in the last 2 weeks, okay, just spare me 30 minutes to share with you how it can make a big difference. Okay, especially for those of you who says this, you told me from the start, all right, I want to be financially free. I want to control my finance. I want to control, I want to make profit. Okay, so this is what I'm going to ask you back. Are you ready? Because if you are ready, this is what is for you. Okay, the options wave rider mentorship, where you can potentially make up to 60% returns, okay, on average with the power of options. Okay, and this is a mentorship. All right, guys, take note, this is not a course. Okay, this is not a course, it's a mentorship, and you have already learned and got yourself started. All right, so this is a mentorship, and let me show you exactly what you are going to get. You are not going to get just a course video, because a course video, I can go to YouTube and download. Make sense? So that's not your concern. Your concern is to get the support, get someone to be beside you and train you and coach you and mentor you to succeed. That's what you want. Okay? Not someone to just throw you some courses and say, go and watch it. No. Okay? Courses is there to give you the basic, but it's the mentorship that makes the huge difference. I will not be where I am if not for the guidance of Bang, Adam, and Elson. Each of them taught me something. I combine them together. Okay? And the strictest mentor, or the best mentor to me, was Adam. He was the one that has no, when I talk to Adam, there's no control. He will, if I make a mistake, he will scold me. Remember I told you I traded his account? Okay? When I traded his account, Adam was not concerned about whether did I make money from him. That one account, his smallest account, he wasn't concerned. His concern was, did I do the right thing? Did I trade according to the rules? Okay, if I trade according to rules, then it's fine. Win or lose doesn't matter. If I did not trade according to the rules, he will scold me. And that's where I learned. Okay, so sometimes mentors are there to support you. Sometimes the mentors are there to remind you. Okay, now guys, how many of you agree with me that the best way you should learn is from someone who can be honest with you, who can guide you, and if you make mistake, they tell you make mistake, rather than those people say, oh, everything is nice. Agree? So mentorship is what we are sharing with you here. The mentors, we don't like to be around the bush. Good, we tell you is good. Things to improve, we tell you things to improve. Okay, so if you're someone who likes that kind of mentorship, then yes, we are there to support you. We'll tell you where the mistakes is. We'll tell you how to refine it. Okay, so this is a full system, a community and mentors who put their money on the line. any trade that Adam did, that he shares, any trade that I do, any trade that Bang do, we use our money. No paper trade. I don't paper trade. To me, paper trade is more for practice. Okay, I don't paper trade. If I tell you a certain trade I took, that's a certain trade I took. We put our money on the line. That's the assurance our mentors can give you. Okay, not just theory, but we put everything on the line to prove to you that if you win, we win together. If you are losing, we are also losing together at the same time. But it's the short term. Okay, so it is the mentorship that puts the real money there to show you. And Bang will show you how he does live trading. Okay, so everything I learned from trading, from options, that comes from this curriculum that I'm going to share with you, okay, of 21 very, very powerful strategies. These strategies that you will learn the nitty-gritty, the very specific things to take note of, things to do, things not to do, that makes me profitable, okay, and let you profit from the market. Okay, now remember, guys, options. Can you trade options if it goes up? Yes or no, guys? Can you trade options if it goes up? Yes or no? Yes. Can you go trade options if it goes down? Yes. Can you trade options if it goes sideways? Yes. You can trade options regardless of any direction. And that's what you want to do. Market good, market bad, we don't care. We just trade. And we make money from it. Okay, so these are the 21 powerful strategies in our level 1 and level 2 of our options mentorship. Now remember, there's multiple components of this mentorship to guide you, to coach you to success. Multiple components. Okay, the first component will be the course videos, which are updated every year. Okay, our mentors are committed to check through it, to update it with new examples every single year. Okay, so there will be level 1 skills, which are the basic ones, okay, which I trade most of the time. I trade level 1. And you have the level 2, which is where Bang trades mostly. Okay, now make a guess. Make a guess. Adam trades more level 1 or level 2? Make a guess. Adam himself trade more level 1 or level 2? I trade level 1. Bang level 2. Adam mostly level 1. Adam mostly level 1. Okay, with a bit of level 2. So Adam is like the in-between. I'm the extreme end, I just trade level 1. Bang extreme end, level 2. Adam is in between. A bit of level 1, a bit of level 2. Okay, so these are course videos that is in your course mentorship portal. It is there. You can watch anytime you like. You can rewind, you can play, you can watch it as long as you have internet. Okay, so it's for you to learn how to trade bullish, bearish, or sideways direction. You can learn at your own pace. This course videos is for you, even if you don't renew the mentorship. Okay, repeat again. Once you're in the mentorship for the first year, this course video is there. After the first year, you keep it. Okay, you keep it. We are not going to take it away from you. So it's there. All right. So what's in this course videos? In level 1, you have the option basic. Okay, option basic, how to set up your charts, how to understand basic call and put. Okay, which I'm very sure many of you have some idea already. Okay. Number 2, you have your part 2, which is how to use options to support investing. To support investing, which is your cover call, cash secure put, and cash flow wheel. These are the strategies to support investing. Okay, so those of you who are already invested, then yes, you can use part 2. Then those of you who are like me, likes to trade directional. Okay, you like to trade either up or down. Then part 3 is for you: bull call spread, bear put spread. Okay, I trade a lot of bull call spread in the past. Nowadays, I'm doing more bullish synthetic. Okay, now next, part 4 is what Adam likes to do: bull put spread and bear call spread. These are the neutral and moderately bullish or bearish strategy. Okay, part 5 will be the tools of the trade, which is also includes the bonus tools. Okay, how to handle options assignment. Remember just now I said this, guys. I said that option assignment is not a risk if you know how to handle it. Okay, so in part 5, right, Bang has recorded a session on how to handle it. So after that, you will understand that it is not a risk. Okay, if you can handle it. And part 5, you also have the summary. So some of you asked just now, when to choose which strategy. Should I choose bull call spread or bear put spread? Should I choose bullish synthetic or cash secure put? Okay, should I choose diagonal spread or calendar spread? All the things that you have heard in this webinar series. Okay, This is in part 5. We have a quick reference guide. Okay, in part 5 for you. Now, guys, would this be a very powerful and useful tool for you guys? A quick reference guide, is it useful? Where one page, you look at it, you know exactly which strategy to choose. Would this be useful for you? Yes, right? Okay, so this is what we can give to you. A quick reference guide, which I think is very, very important. Okay, now next, you also have your options iron shelf bonus strategies, how to hedge. Okay, how to hedge your position, how to protect your position. Okay, that's part 6. And in level 2, you have the moderately bullish and bearish advanced strategies. Jet Lizard, Crouching Bull, which is the long-term version, okay, Crouching Bull is the long-term version of bull call spread with a slight twist. Okay, so those of you who want to trade bull call spread, but you say, I want to go 6 months, is there a way to trade it? Well, Crouching Bull can be an alternative. Okay, you have bull put spread extreme, you have diagonal spread, bull bound collar, DS hammer, C to D. These are more moderately bullish strategy, more advanced, more flexibility. Okay, they have a lot of flexibility trading these strategies. Okay, next, market neutral strategies like iron condor, calendar spread. Part 3, synthetic long and synthetic short. This is my bullish synthetic. Okay, bullish synthetic. So if that is what you want to learn, then bullish synthetic. And you have bull bang, invented by Bang himself. Okay, so bull bang is another version that is similar bullish synthetic. It's a different version. Okay, which if you are a short-term trader, you don't want to trade bullish synthetic long-term. You're a short-term trader, you want to trade 60 days, then bull bang will be the next best strategy you can choose. So you see, whatever strategy that I shared today, right? I shared bullish synthetic long-term strategy, there's a short-term version. I shared a bull call spread short-term version, now there's a long-term version in the course. Can you see that? Okay, so it is flexible. Regardless of strategies you choose, there is an alternative you can deploy depending on your style. All right, then you have your earnings probability spread, which is to trade earnings. Okay, risk management psychology course videos and how to build portfolio. Okay, build your own profitable portfolio. Then you have part 6, how to roll options. Part 7, okay, this is the course video on Tasty Trade, which I recorded, okay, interactive brokers, and Bang recorded something on how to use the T-bills. Okay, now I know some of you are asking about Mumu, about Tiger, the other brokers, correct? Later I will address them. Okay, but at this moment we have these few videos that you can have. Okay, so up to here, this is the course video itself. All right, and like I mentioned just now, your fears that you have, reasonable, legit fears. At the same time is this, you just have to take action. Once you take action, you will be able to do it. It's like you ride a bicycle. The first few times, sure will have that fear, sure will fall. But after a while, you will be able to ride a bicycle well. Same as any skill you learn, you go university, starting but you learn, sure make mistakes. It's okay. As long as you make mistakes within a safety environment, okay, then you will be safe. Okay? If you are scared, it's only because you have not found the right way to do it. If you keep making the same old mistakes, then you will get the same old results. But if you fail and you learn from it, and you find out how not to fall again, then you'll be better at cycling. Make sense? Now, question guys, how many of you have heard of this sentence called practice makes perfect? Anybody heard about this sentence, practice makes perfect? Is it true? Is it useful? To me, it is not. Practice doesn't make perfect, because when you practice the wrong thing, you get perfectly wrong. Only after you practice, you make a wrong thing, you learn from it. Someone to help you to find out what's the mistake. Then you go and practice again. Only when you find out your mistakes, then you practice. Then it becomes permanent. Can you see that? You want to make money, you got to learn how to make money the right way. Make money the systematic way. Not anyhow go in and whack and just make money. Do you see that, guys? So very, very important. You don't have to have any other basics, any other course. All you need, for me, simple mathematics, basic mathematics, plus minus divide times percentage, simple. Okay, so to answer some of your question, right, do you need other courses to do you need other courses to attend this one? No need. No need. Okay, I have many students who have not attended any other webinars, workshops, whatever. They pick up option straight. Yes. Okay, they pick up option straight, and it is possible. Okay, so what you need is a proper system to guide you. And once you have that system, it's easy already. All right, so that is for the course content itself. That is lifetime. So you get the lifetime course videos, and after that, you also get in this mentorship, right, the full 1 year mentorship. So you see two parts already. First part is the course videos, which I've talked about it already. Now I'm going to talk about what you're going to get in the mentorship, which is more powerful than even the course itself. Okay, so this is what we are going to offer in the mentorship. On top of the two courses you have, level 1, level 2, this is what you are going to get. You are going to get online onboarding workshops once every 2 months. Okay, every 2 months, how to set up your trading account. For those of you who have not set up yet, you don't know how to choose, you don't know what to choose, you cannot get the right permission, don't worry, I will address it here. Okay, so once every 2 months, we will set up an onboarding webinar where you can learn how to set up, how to place orders. We will rotate around the different brokerage platforms to see what you can do. Okay, and more things to get, any other questions to get you started, which type of broker to choose, what kind of account to choose, how to set up your charts and stuff. So that will be in the onboarding workshop. Okay, so this is one every 2 months, which means there are 6 sessions per year. So you already have 6 webinars a year already, on top of the courses. Next, you're going to have another monthly strategy deep dive with either Bang or me, okay, over here. So there are 2 kinds, which is either the basic deep dive or the advanced. Okay, so what is it about? The basic deep dive, this one, the first one, this is done by either me or one of our in-house mentor or coach. Okay, we will be showing you practices and revisions and answer the questions on basics. Level 1 strategies. So we'll do a lot of practices. Like some of you ask where to attend the technical analysis webinar that I talk about. Okay, here, this is the place where I will talk about the technical analysis. Okay, and in fact, we are always asking our students, what else do you need that we can help you? What other skills do you need we can help you? We will place it under the basic webinars. Okay, and you also have your advanced webinars, mainly done by Bang. Okay, this is where he will show you how he trades the advanced strategies, okay, and using the latest market examples. So you will see I will focus a lot on getting you to get started, getting you to be profitable using the basic strategies. Then Bang will give you the turbo, the boost to handle different conditions under the advanced strategies. Okay, so very importantly, you will see that you are ready, regardless of level, you are supported. Okay, and that's what mentorship is about. It's not going to throw you all the course videos and watch. No, it's really going there to get you step by step towards your objective. Okay, and you have also the monthly trade hunts. Okay, monthly trade hunts every month. Bang will do live webinar. He will ask you for trade ideas. You give him your trade ideas. He will look at it. If he likes it, he will trade it live in front of you. He will trade it live. He will use his money, trade it live, and he will share with you, okay, what he's going to do even after the webinar. He will show you the follow-up. Okay, so that is for this monthly e-gathering, okay, and trade hunt with live. In fact, this is one of those that many of our students like to attend. I know the theory. I learned the lesson. Attend webinars with Bang and Adam and YY for the basics. Now I want to see live trade. This is the one. Okay, this is live trade. Okay, so this is where you will start to see Bang doing live trading. Okay, then some of you asked just now, what other support? How can we ask questions? Well, you can ask questions in our options trading discussion group in Discord. Okay, where our community is huge. I can tell you it's one of the biggest and most active community in the world. Okay, and you get to Share your setup. Whatever you think you want to trade, share it in the community. Allow other students to critique it, to share with you what they think. Sometimes I will share, sometimes Bang will share. In fact, recently I just shared the Walmart trade. Okay, and we will discuss over there. Can you see that? Yeah, you can post questions to Bang, Adam, or me, or the coaches. All right. And question, guys, how fast do you think the questions are answered? Make a guess, make a guess. How fast, if you pose a question, right? Let's say a normal question, nothing too complicated. If you pose a question, how fast do you think the questions are answered? 2 days? 1 day? Half a day? How fast do you think we take to answer you? I tell you this, sometimes 1 hour, right, is answered already. Because we have this very amazing coach, right, called Sigit. He is almost like 24/7 in the community. Okay, every time we saw a question, by the time I see it, right, Sigit would have already answered it. Okay, so that's one thing that's very powerful. This community is live. Okay, it's live. We have our coaches, we have our mentors inside us. Yes, it's less than an hour. Okay, we answer already. Okay, so this is not the same as the other Discord group. This Discord group is on its own. Okay, and if there is anything that we want to update you, this is the fastest. No, it's not email. Email is slow. Email is like 1980s, 1990s, 2000 technology. Now we want it fast. We want it live. Agree? So Discord is our fastest way to get information out to you. Okay, so you have timely market updates and you get the support and confidence you need to succeed. That's what our options community is about. Okay, then of course, if YY does the basic, Bang does the advanced, Adam Khoo do what? Adam will come in to share with you how to manage trading psychology. The best traders out there have a system and manage the psychology. No, it's not about being unemotional. Unfortunately, human beings, we have emotions. We make a lot of losses, we feel scared. Agree? So Adam will come in to share with you how to manage them. And this is live, this is not recorded. Live webinar. After that, then we record. Okay, but it's done live every quarter. Okay, every quarter he will do this webinar with you to help you. And if you have any questions, like maybe how to handle certain style, this is where it is. Okay. Okay, Mike just shared with us how she did very well, or how he did very well, sorry, okay, in 2023. 37% return. Can you see it? So you will see we are sharing with you a lot of examples of people who are amateurs. Okay, because professionals, they have to trade their way, they have the funds, they can do a lot of things. Whereas amateurs, we have our advantage. We are not bounded by their rules. We are only answerable to our own trading rules based on the legal regulations. As long as we don't break the law, we can trade. Whereas the fund managers, they have a lot of rules that they have to stick to. Okay, so our advantage is we have the flexibility. And once we have the flexibility, we can win this game. All right. And so if you want to win this game, then you have to be on the boat to learn how to win this game. All right. So Wendy, like I mentioned just now, share with you already. Gumit, another interesting one. Gumit, I've coached Gumit, and I remember the first time I spoke to him, the first 2-3 times I spoke to him, right? I told him this, Gumit, you want to be consistent, you got to write down your trading plan. Write down your plan. And Gumit will tell me, okay, I'll write down. Then the next session, he still doesn't write down. Next time, he still doesn't write. Until one day, I just have to tell him, hey, you don't write it down, right? Your result is going to go up and down, up and down, up and down. You are not going to be consistent. He took it in, okay? I will say he took it in, he wrote down his rules, and now Gumit is very consistent already. Okay, so one of the things when it comes to mentorship is this. I'm the kind of mentor is, if it's good, I'll tell you it's good. If it's not good, then I'll tell you it's not good. Simple as that. You got to change. Okay, and that's where mentors come in. We are there to help you to move forward. We are not there just to be there or to tell you all the nice things. We are there to help you move forward to make money. Okay? And you see a lot of these kind of cases. Okay, so the Waverider mentorship, in a nutshell, consists of the courses, the 21 powerful strategies, your quick reference guide, your email support, all right, your online mentorship, your mentoring, the webinars, okay, these webinars are, now you think about it, 6 stake onboarding webinar, 12 course webinars, 24 already, no, 22 already, plus Adam, 3 sessions, 25, plus monthly e-gathering, another 12 months. That's almost 40 webinars in 1 year. 40 webinars, which means that every month, minimum 2 webinars. Okay, I'm very sure you won't get any kind of support anywhere else where the mentors will spend 2 to 3 hours every webinar, twice to 3 times a week with you. You won't get it. Okay, so webinars, part of it, you have your e-gathering, live webinar, deep dive webinar, the options trader discussion group, the Discord, quarterly psychology, onboarding workshops. Okay, so easily 40 webinars, easily. Okay, and the retail price is 3,497 Sing dollars. Okay, so if you enroll now tonight, it will be at 30% discount at 2,477. Okay, which is approximately, for those who are from international community or international student, it's about 1,887 USD. All right. Now, question. If I take this 2,447 and I divide it by 365 days, can you tell me how much is that? 2,447 divided by 365. Let me do a quick calculation. 2,447 divided by 365. That's about $6.70. Okay, 670. Yeah. Now, question, guys. 670 is 670 a reasonable amount for you to invest in yourself a day to educate yourself so that you have a chance to build a different kind of financial freedom that you can handle on your own. Okay, 670. Even one bubble tea is more expensive than that. Lunch also not enough, correct? See, you're right, Kate. Lunch also more than 670 already. I go and have one meal, one pasta at 8 o'clock, $8. But rather than having that meal, why not? I ask myself this question. Can I just invest 670 myself every day? Just 670 myself every day so that I get a chance to make that change. That's all it takes. Okay, so this is what this Wayfinder membership is about, where we will give you currently today this price at 2,447. Okay, plus we will give you extra 2 months, so total 14 months of subscription. 14 months of subscription, 2 components: the course videos, which is lifetime. Okay, course video is lifetime. Rest the webinars and Discord is 12 months. Now we give you 14 months. Okay, 14 months at 2,447. And if you log in today, log in now, your renewal fee is only 1,200. Okay, second year renewal is 1,223. Okay, when you scan the QR code, you log in, it's instantly you will receive the entrance to the portal. Okay, instantly you receive the entrance to the portal. Remember this, all it takes is 670 a month, a day. That's all you need. Okay, 670 a day and you will get it. Okay, can I? Now, so here's a few more. Asanka. Now, Asanka is very active. Okay, Asanka is very active to share. He's still in our community. Every few days, I will see him posting something. Okay, and he also shares, he makes about 28% in the last 7 days. All right, so yes, Asanka definitely one of those very, very active participants. Okay, can I? Daniel, another one. Now, you'll see there are so many members here who have already made that choice. Screen is hang. Okay, let me see. My screen hang again. Oh yes, it's posting. Okay, Amelia, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Okay, now can you see Daniel? Good. Okay, Daniel turn his loss to a profit. Turns his loss to a profit in 3 months. And that's what we want to see. We want to see the capability, the power to change our financial freedom. Okay? Can I? Okay. And you have seen so much more. And later I'll share with you even more. So if you want to stay updated consistently on the market outlook without spending hours doing research, there's another way. Okay. So one of the way is you join Wave Rider, you have your webinar. Okay. A second way is to join the Options Tactics Playbook. Okay, Options Tactics Playbook, where you will be able to follow Bang himself trading live. Okay, so there's two products that we are sharing with you. One is the Options Wave Rider, where you will have the mentorship, the webinars, you will have your mentors guiding you. Then you have the Options Tactics Playbook, which is the second product, which you can follow Bang on his live trades. Okay, so he will send you his notifications when he enter and exit. Okay, so this is Bang's live trade. So this is also an annual subscription. So you have the OTP Options Tactics Playbook, okay, premium report, and you have Bang's live trade and trade review. So every day, Bang will share his trades. He will share his trades, he'll put on Discord, you get to join the Discord community, you get to ask him questions on that specific trade. Okay, so live trades daily, OTP. If you are looking at monthly discussion on live trade, then that will be Wave Rider. See the difference? Okay, so live trade, Bang, OTP. Live trade monthly, okay, it's Wave Rider. That is the very, very big difference. Okay, so if you want daily, OTP. All right, so these are some of the things that Bang shares. Every month he will share his market update. Currently is in the form of a video, and he will show you exactly how he trades. Like you can see over here, every single trade is recorded. Okay, every single trade is recorded. You can see that you have access to all this spreadsheet. Okay, can I? Okay, and you get notified of Bang's entries, exit, everything clearly stated for you. Okay, so why is he trading this trade and what is the trade about? Specific levels. And each time he rolls, he will update. Okay, so this is another very, very powerful product or powerful portion where you might want to subscribe to, or in fact, you should subscribe to, because this one, okay, brings you to the next level. You get to see the master trading live. Okay, that's OTP. Okay, so many of these trades that he will post every day whenever he trades. See that? So for those of you who wants the experience of seeing the master trade live, because that is where you learn best from his experience. OTP is very suitable for you when you want to enter a position, exit a position, or adjust a position. Okay, so John, Mahmoud, many of them benefited from the OTP result, OTP itself. Okay, so you will see many people spend tens of thousands of dollars going for a degree course, but end up, right, they are not using that degree course. I'm the best case example. I studied history. What am I doing? Teaching primary school mathematics in the past, going to school, teaching students how to do team building, how to make notes. Am I using what I learned in my university? I am not. Now, what am I doing? I'm doing trading, which actually, even without a degree, I can still do trading. That's a fact. I don't have to have a degree to do trading. Do you see that? So one of the things that I want to do now is to make sure that whatever I trade, I am 100% confident that I did the right thing. Win or lose doesn't matter, but I need to make sure that when I trade, I am doing the right thing. Okay, so OTP is very suitable for students who want to see how Bang does it. If they're not confident, then they can see how the master trade, they trade together. Okay, so you'll see many of these positions, 10th of July, Celsius trade, after all the rolling, he made a 78.5% returns. Okay, can I? Okay. Many of these examples, BMMR is 52.95% returns. Now, do you all notice something? Bang tracks every single trade in OTP. Every single trade. Okay, so he doesn't give you a general idea. He tells you specifically what is his game plan, specifically how he trades, specifically how he rolls. And this is for people who wants that kind of specificity. Okay, you want to be specific, this is the one. All right, so this is OTP. Now, so you will have two products to choose from, or you can take the ultimate bundle. Okay, the ultimate bundle, which is the Wave Rider mentorship and the OTP, all in one, full package. Okay, so the Wave Rider mentorship is a 1-year mentorship. OTP is a 1-year membership. So two separate membership, right? And here's the bundles prices. If you are taking the ultimate options mentorship, right? Let me just make it up for you. This is the Wave Rider part. Okay, plus the OTP part. Everything 6794. Oops. Okay, everything 6794. Okay, so if you take it individually, it's 3004. Second year renewal 1223. If it's OTP, individually retail price is 3297. Second year renewal is 1979. So this is the total value. Okay, total value retail price. Today, if you enroll the bundle, it will be at 4410. Okay, 4410. And let's do a quick calculation again. 4410 divided by 365. How much is that? Time. Let's do a quick calculation. 4410 divided by 365. $12. Roughly about $12. Okay, so $12 is all you need to invest a day to have the full package. Okay, $12. Probably one meal with a drink. You get to invest in yourself. I think this is a great deal. Okay, a great deal that we only offer now. So those of you who really want to make a difference, right? Take the first step. Put your money where your mouth is. That's the very important thing. Okay, because if we just say what we want to do, but we never going to do it, right, we will never ever get it done. But once you get started, once you make a commitment, you will by hook or by crook to get it done. Okay, I got started 7 years ago. It took me a few years making mistakes here and there, but eventually now I can say this. Can I choose not to work anymore? I can. I can choose not to work anymore. I can choose to tell Adam, I don't want to work anymore. I want to just do trading. I can do that. I can afford to do that already. Okay. Now, if you want this kind of lifestyle, you want to have more freedom, then you need to start now. That's all you need to do. Okay. So, same thing. You will get extra 2 months of online mentorship, total 14 months. Okay. And your OTP starts 1st September. Okay. Now, so to answer what some of you are thinking, why 1st September? Why not start now? The main reason is because OTP requires you to know your options first. You need to know your basic options first. Okay? OTP itself, we don't really do the teaching. The teaching is done in Wave Rider. So we are going to give you about 1 month from today to go through your course, go through your Wave Rider, go through your onboarding, everything, go through everything ready. Then OTP will be useful for you. If not, right, you go into OTP with no basics, that OTP, you might take a longer time. Okay, this is the reason why we purposely push back OTP starting it to 1st September. Okay, yes, if you need questions, you have questions that you always ask in Discord. Okay, the Discord is the best place to ask. All right, so total package is at 35% discount. It costs only about $12 a day. Okay, so second year renewal, like I mentioned, is 1,223. Okay, and OTP renewal is 1978. Okay, what's the big difference between OTP and Playbook? Playbook, you follow bang every day for the trade. OTP, follow bang trade. Wave Rider is the cost plus the webinars. Cost plus webinars plus monthly live trade. So two complementary tools you can use. Okay, two complementary tools. Okay, you can use. Okay, so here's the QR code and the bundle. So once again, I will share with you again for the Wave Rider mentorship plus OTP. Okay, currently is at roughly $3,392. Okay, which is 4410 Sing dollars. So it's about estimated at $12 per day. Okay, Whereas the Wave Rider mentorship is 30% discount. Current price is 2,447. Second year renewal is 1,223. And it's about 670 per day. Okay. I think this is reasonable. 670 per day and $12 per day. Easily, I just go for one good meal, cover back everything. This is not even enough for a good meal. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. So last student can get monthly session. What do you, Richard, what do you mean by last student? Can you specify? Okay. And one thing, this is one of the last webinars for options for this anti-bubble mania. So guys, take note, this is the last webinar for options. So last chance for you ready to get the full deal. Okay, to get a full deal. So take advantage of this deal, scan the QR code now and join us in our community. Okay. People pay tens of thousands of dollars to learn options or learn mathematics, learn a degree. You don't have to do that. Okay. At this moment, all you need to do is just sign up for this bundle. Okay, just this bundle is enough. All right, can I? Yes, you can take up. You can sign up for any of these programs. Okay, anything, just ask in the chat. Our teammates will answer you. Okay, so ask your questions now. In your Q&A, I will also answer your question. Scan the QR code. Okay, scan the QR code. Okay, and sign up for the mentorship now, guys. Okay, imagine this. Imagine if you knew it a year from now, you have this skill. If you have this skill 1 year from now, right, what can you do with it? How profitable you can be? How will your lifestyle change with this skill? Okay, imagine this. If you invest $6.70 a day in yourself, can you get back even more than $6.70 per day? Okay, so this full package is only for this webinar. Okay, so what? Sign up for the Wave Rider now, scan the QR code. Okay, scan the QR code. All it takes is one decision. Okay, make the right choice now, which is the power to grow your wealth in your hands. Okay, those of you asking me, I am in Wave Rider. Okay, I'm not in OTP, I'm in Wave Rider. So definitely, if you sign up for the bundle, you will see me. Okay, Wave Rider definitely will see me. Okay, OTP, you will see Bang most of the time. Okay, OTP, you'll see Bang most of the time. Okay? Okay, if you have any questions, ask in the chat now. Okay, if you have any questions, ask in the chat. And to those of you who have already signed up, okay, welcome. And I will check your emails in 5 minutes. Okay, check your email in 5 minutes. You will see the details, okay, of your sign up content. Okay, you will see the details of your sign up content. So those of you sign up, just look at your email, check your email in 5 minutes. All right. Scan the QR code now. Everything in the Wave Rider mentorship plus 1 year of OTP. Okay, that's what you get in the options bundle. Which one I am on? I am on Wave Rider. I am on Wave Rider itself. Okay, so Wave Rider, definitely I will be in Wave Rider. Okay, but I'm also in the OTP membership, OTP community. So sometimes on and off, I will go in and chit chat. Okay, but if you have questions, ask me in Wave Rider. Okay, if you have questions for Wave Rider, all the content, course content, then Wave Rider. But if you have questions on specific trade that Bang is taking, then ask in OTP. Okay, ask in OTP. Now, let's take a 5 minutes, okay, for you to scan the QR code while I look through the questions some of you have already asked, and I'll answer your questions. Like brokers, can you use certain brokers? Okay, now, so I will answer this question, so stay tuned, stay here first while you scan your QR code. Okay, I will answer your Q&A in a while. Okay, let me look at your questions. Yes, Wave Rider, correct. Pua is Wave Rider. Yes, I am in Wave Rider, you're right. Okay, so let me look at your questions to make sure that I answer your queries. Just give me a second to look at your questions. Okay, while you scan your QR code and join the community now. All right. Now you know which course ready? Yes, correct. Wave rider is correct. Bullish synthetic, depending on the stock you choose. If you choose the low price stocks, like for example, certain companies, $20, $30, right? Your buying power block is 30% of it. So if it, like for example, when I did Palantir was $20. So one contract is 2,000. So 30% it's about 650, $650. So that's what I have. How many trades per month is really depend on you. My suggestion is don't take too many trades unless your account is larger for bullish synthetic. Okay, so yes, bullish synthetic, you need to choose your battle. Okay, show me your questions now. I will answer them in a while. Okay, put your question in the chat now. How much additional cost for commission? Depend on broker. Most brokers charge between 50 cents and 60 cents per contract. Okay, Lin. So about 50 cents to 60 cents per contract. All right. So sign up for your, scan the QR code now and sign up for the Wave Rider mentorship or the Wave Rider bundle. Okay, the ultimate options bundle. Okay. Let me answer some of your questions as you sign up. Okay, and you scan the QR code. Can you lose more money in the account than you put in? One question I think many of you ask, can you lose more money than the account you put in? The answer is no if you follow the system. If you break the rules, then yes. But if you follow the system for bull call spread, you follow the system for bullish synthetic, you should not be losing more than what you put in. Okay? Because you see, a bull call spread is fixed. The loss is fixed. You cannot lose more than that. Bullish synthetic, you do it on the great companies, okay, out of 10, probably one will go down, but the other 9 will do well. Okay, if you follow the rules. Okay, yes. So once you follow the rules, you will not lose more than the money you put in. Okay, can I? Now, while you are thinking, just scan the QR code first. Okay, while you're thinking, scan the QR code first, and join the community first. Because the thing about a lot of people is overthinking. Do first, start first. Once you start already, right, you will know that you can proceed on a lot faster. Okay? Normally, I will look at daily time frame. Okay? To me, I live every day on its own. So when I trade, I look at daily time frame. Okay, but there are people who look at 2 days, 6 days, and so on. Okay, David, our team will answer you on OTP itself. Okay, OTP, yes. In fact, once you scan on the QR code, you should be able to get all the respective prices. Okay, just scan the QR code first, guys. Once you scan the QR code, you will see all the prices there. David, okay, you are right. Okay, you can scan all the QR code. Okay, once you scan the QR code, you will see all the prices there. Okay, must you do a lot of chart in order to do options? No need. Lin, no need. You don't have to look at a lot of charts. Look at only, you scan, then look at the good ones. Okay, so how much time to prepare? In the past, when I first started, right, every day I spent about 1-2 hours watching the videos. Every day when I started. Okay, but as I go along, right, nowadays I spend the most half an hour scanning, deciding, then half an hour trading. That's it. Okay, so once you get good at it, it's actually easier. Okay, once you get good at it, it's actually easier. Which one to choose, option bundle or investors? Okay, I will say if you want to accelerate, options actually is very powerful. Okay, if you want to accelerate your account growth, right? Because investing will take a longer time. Okay, but options, right, can turbocharge it. That's what I do. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, I have learned from all the mentor. I've learned from Bang, I've learned from Elson, I've learned from Adam. Okay. In fact, those of you who knows me, you know I am most involved in Adam's program. But having said that, I'll say this. Option is the one that helped me accelerate what I've learned from Adam, okay, and accelerated my account. Okay, so options is the one that really can accelerate. Okay, so if you are in the Wave Rider mentorship, you just want to add on the OTP, is it? Yes, our team will help you with that, Susan. Okay, if you just want to add on, okay, our team will help you with that. Okay, so let me answer some of your questions. You are completely new to options. Will you be lost? Answer is that's exactly what you are supposed to learn. Nobody knows options from the start. Adam and I took a while to learn. Okay, our joke in the past is stocks trading is like kindergarten. Options is PhD. However, options with the right people to teach you, it becomes easy. Okay, so it is completely possible for new traders with no knowledge. In fact, no knowledge is the best. Sometimes too much knowledge, you will confuse yourself. Keeping things simple is the best in learning new strategies. Okay, sometimes keeping it simple, don't need to overthink. Keep it simple, get started. Is the best way to learn anything new. Okay, we have onboarding sessions, we have basic webinars, we have advanced webinars. There will be a webinar that's suitable for any level. Okay, stop overthinking. Really, when it comes to trading options, I cannot overthink. Go straight to the point, keep it simple. Okay, straight to the point, keep it simple. Starting small is not a barrier. Okay, but you just have to make sure that you get it started on the right track. Okay, so yes, let me see what other questions you have. You have a full-time job. Will you have time to trade? Of course, most of our students have full-time job. In fact, I'll say at least 80% of our community members, including myself, has a full-time job. Okay, we have full-time job. We do our full-time job and we trade at night. Or sometimes during lunchtime, we just look at our screens, then at night we trade. Full-time job is not, okay, to me, a full-time job is just an additional income. Trading is more income. Okay, my aim in the past was to build my trading income so that it replaces my full-time job income. Okay, so yes, it can go hand in hand. Have I done it already? Yes, I have done it. My 1 day trading income, okay, on average, is already higher than my full-time income. So yes, trading can replace your full-time income. However, you don't have to replace. Why not have both? I love it to have both. I love doing my job. I love to trade. That's the most important. Enjoy both. Okay? Especially when you start to trade, you have the additional income, right? You won't feel so much stress from the normal work, the day work. Sometimes we feel stress from our day work. It's because the money is important. But once that money is not the main priority, because you have additional income, you get to enjoy your day work even more. I love my day work now. Honestly, I love every day doing my day work. Okay, because I know I don't have to depend on my day work. I can depend on my income. Now I'm enjoying my day work a lot more than in the past. Okay, in the past, working means sacrificing family. Working means waking up very early. Working means going to work even though I don't want to work. Now, working means I get to enjoy, I get to do the things I like to do, I get to explore more while I have another income that's from trading. Okay, can I? Okay, actually, the 1SD, right, you can find directly in the interactive broker itself. Okay, interactive brokers have the one standard deviation. You just Google, you can find already. Okay, one standard deviation is in interactive broker. You can. Then you can ask that. Can? Okay, let me see what other questions are. When does OTP start? Okay, OTP starts 1st September. And the moment you join the bundle, you get access to Wave Rider. You get access to Wave Rider. Then, after that, 1st September, you get access to OTP. Okay? Okay? Trade bullish synthetic on the $6,500 account, 1-2 year expiration. Okay? Yes, you are right, Aurelia, you can do that. So, you have a 1-2 year expiration. After 1-2 year, then you can either close the trade or close, reopen. Aurelia, you can do that. Okay? Now, someone is asking, must you do all 21 strategies? No need. No need to trade all 21 strategies. I have traded all 21 before. And after I traded all 21, I realized I like that 5 to 6 only. Yeah, I trade that 5 to 6 strategies. Adam himself also trade 5 to 6 strategies. Okay, so you don't have to know every single strategy, but choose what you like. Choose what works for you. Okay, how often are webinars conducted? Almost one every 2 weeks. Minimum, Elias, once every 2 weeks, you will have a webinar, at least one webinar. Okay, because around there. At least once every 2 weeks. Okay, you will have at least one. Can? Let me see if I get it correct. Yes, about that. Screening and filtering is in the certain parts of it I will share during the technical analysis part. Okay, technical analysis webinar, I will show you screening and filtering. Okay, even the basic webinars, right? If you ask during the basic webinars, I can show you how to do that. Okay. If you cannot make it for the webinar, it's fine. It's recorded. Okay, you can watch it again. Okay, if you cannot make it on the webinar, it's fine. It's recorded, it's uploaded. You can watch it again. Okay, screening, I can show it during the basic webinars. Okay, webinars are conducted every 2-3 weeks, you at least get one. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have? Okay, give me a while. I'm looking through all your questions, as many as I can. How is mentorship conducted by me? Mentorship is conducted on the Zoom. Okay, on Zoom webinars is conducted. Each session is about 2 hours. About 2 hours webinar. You can also email us. You can also ask in Discord. Okay, so we have multiple avenues for you to clarify, and that's what mentorship is about. You must have access to us. Okay, in one or another way. Okay, so what else? Let me see. What other questions? Okay, any other questions? Yes, Shashi Group. For OTP, it starts in September, and you will, if you want to start in September, you have to purchase it now. Okay, you have to purchase it now so that you get the extra 2 months. 14 months, you get 14 months instead of 12 months. Okay, so if you subscribe now, right, you get 14 months, not 12 months. You get 14 months for 12 months, for payment of 12 months. Okay, yes, you need to subscribe now. Okay, good. Now, I believe I have answered many of your questions already. So sign up by scanning on the QR code now. And I'm going to hand over this session to Nazri. Okay, I'm going to hand over this to Nazri. And Nazri is our customer experience manager. He is the professional in answering your questions on admin, on the fees, on the subscription, all this kind of stuff. Okay, he is the expert. I am the expert in learning, teaching. Nas is the expert in your experience. So I will invite Nas to take over so that Nas can answer your questions. Okay, so if you have any questions, ask Nas. Okay, Nas, are you there?
Yep. Can you guys
Okay,
hear me?
good. So let me hand over to Nas. Okay, Nas, to you.
Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen. Give me a minute. Okay, can everyone hear me? If you guys can hear me, can type in yes in the chat, please, so at least I know. Okay. I think thanks to our wife for the wonderful sharing. I think I think agree that actually it's very informative. I think based on the chats and all that. I think YY also brought up a really good point. I think when you actually break it down, if you actually sign up for the options with rider, which is at the bottom here, I think if you were to divide it by the number of days, I think it works out to only about SGD 670 a day. And if you were to actually purchase the ultimate options bundle, and you were to actually break it down by number of days, you'll actually be paying only SGD $12.10 a day. So when you think about it, that's actually less than what many of us spend on a single meal each day. So yeah, I think he brought up actually a good point there. So I think now let me answer the most common question coming in on pricing, bonuses, renewals, and what happens after you enroll. Yeah. So if you have any questions, so please send it inside the Q&A tab. So question from Sandra. Do you have a course that covers only the basics and the two strategies you shared? Yes, Sandra. So this options with Friday mentorship, be it if you enroll for the options with Friday mentorship or the ultimate options bundle, right? It covers the two strategy that YY just showed just now, which is the, I believe, bullish synthetic spread and the bull call spread. So these two strategies are being taught in the options with Friday. Okay. So it's 2 out of the 21 strategies that you will learn in options with Friday. But like what YY mentioned just now, I think it's there's no need for you to actually master all 21 strategies. Like even Bang and Adam, they actually masters maybe 6 or 5 strategies that appeals to them. So if the one that is shown by YY, which is the bullish synthetic spread and bull call spread, is something that appeals to you in terms of the strategy, you can let it under the options Swift Rider. So be it if you sign up for the options Swift Rider mentorship or the ultimate options bundle, okay, you'll have access to it. Okay. Question from James. What exactly do I get when I join the Options Swift Rider mentorship or the Ultimate Options bundle? So when you join Options Swift Rider, okay, so which is the one at the bottom, right? You'll be getting everything you need to trade with structure and confidence. Okay, so first you get lifetime access to options level 1 Iron Shell and options level 2 Iron Striker. So over 80 hours of structured step-by-step lesson from foundation to advanced setups. Okay. Then for the next 14 months, you get 14 months because if you sign up to during this ABM anti-bubble mania campaign, you'll get 14 months instead of 12 months of mentorship where you'll be having access to live onboarding workshops every 2 months, live monthly strategy deep dive with Bang or our coaches every month, live monthly e-gathering trade hunt with Bang, quarterly trading psychology classes with Adam, and access to our Wave Rider discussion group for daily guidance. So all live sessions will appear in your Wave Rider portal under webinar schedule, and you also get reminders about it through email and Discord. And I think I saw a few chats that mentioned that, you know what, if I miss a session and also, not to worry, all the sessions are recorded and uploaded to our portal. And later on, I'll be going through and I'll be giving you a sneak peek of what our portal looks like. Yeah. And if you're joining the Ultimate Options bundle, which is the best value, which is the one on top, let me shift this, best value, yeah, which is the one on top, then you get everything that I actually mentioned just now in the Options Swift Rider, plus 14 months of OTP, which is the Options Tactics Playbook, starting on 1st September 2026. So in OTP, what it includes is that it includes Bang's live monthly premium webinar reports, okay? Real-time trade notifications for every time Bang enter, exit, or make an adjustments on his trades. You have access to the OTP trades watch list. You have access to the OTP trading logs, and you have a separate Discord channel that you have access to, which is the OTP discussion channel. So on top of the Wave Rider Discord community, you have the OTP Discord community, where the OTP Discord community mainly focus more on the trades that Bang entered, adjusted, or exit. Yep. Any more questions? Okay. So from Darren, if I join now, how fast can I access everything? So for Darren, access is instant. Once your payment goes through, you receive an onboarding email with all the steps. Everything you need is inside that first email. So if it doesn't arrive within 10 minutes, check your spam or promotions folder. And if it's still not there, do email us at support@preneuroprofits.com and we'll resend it immediately. Yeah. So for those who already made purchase just now, please do check your email for the onboarding email. Okay, let me show you an example of the onboarding email that you will receive. Okay, the one that I'm showing right now on the screen, it's for those who actually subscribe to the Ultimate Options bundle. Okay, you will receive this email from us where it includes everything you need to know on what is within the bundle itself, which is the Options with Friday mentorship and also the OTP. Okay, and what are the support system that includes it with it. On top of that, mentioning that OTP will start on 1st of September 2026. And also, we also inform that you are entitled to actually a free 2-month subscription to the Options Swift Rider and free 2-month subscription to the OTP. So it makes up to 14 months of Swift Rider and 14 months of OTP. Okay? So 14 months here. And then if you were to scroll down here, if you can see the green button, if you click on it, it will lead you to a dedicated onboarding page for those who purchase the Ultimate Options bundle. In this page, you will actually see all the email that you will receive from us. Okay. Instructions on how you can actually access to the on-demand videos. Okay. This here. And then instruction on how you can access to the OTP, which starts on the 1st of September. There's also video guides as well. And also steps on how you can actually join our community. Okay. So if you can see here, it all started, if not to worry, for those who are unfamiliar with Discord, we also basically put the step on how you can actually create an account on Discord, download Discord on your mobile or your laptop or PC, and just follow the step. and you'll be in the community in no time. And then once you're in, you should be able to see all this channel that is being unlocked to you. So do remember, if you're subscribed to the Ultimate Options bundle, right? Your your access will start immediately for the Options Swift Rider. So you'll be able to actually see all these channels here. Okay. For the Options Tactics Playbook, the access will be provided on the 1st of September. Then you'll be able to see all these channels. Yep. And for those who actually subscribe to the Options Wave Rider, this is the email that you will be seeing on your inbox, telling information about the subscription and support system that comes within the Options Wave Rider. Then, as a purchaser of the Options Wave Rider during this anti-bubble mania event, you are entitled to free 2 months Options Wave Rider subscription. So your Wave Rider subscription will be extended to 14 months. Again, a dedicated onboarding page. Onboarding page, then you can actually see again what are the emails that you should be receiving after subscribing to Options Swift Rider, and then where you can access the portal, the video guide here, and also steps on how you can actually join the Discord. Yeah. Okay, now let me show you a sneak peek on what you will receive. Okay, so be it if you subscribe to the Options Wave Rider or the Ultimate Options Bundle today, okay, if you actually log into the portal, you will actually have access to these 5 curriculums here, okay? So once you enter, since the Options Wave Rider access is immediate, once you enter the portal, I would suggest that you go through the Options Wave Rider mentorship portal first, okay? Because this is where you will start off, where all the information on how to get the most out of this mentorship program is. You can watch the videos here. But then again, we also put in guides on how you can join the Discord community in case you missed the email by us. And then you can actually see the webinar schedule that is coming up. If you click on it, it will bring you to this page where you can see the calendars where all our session that is happening. And then not only that, you can actually add this Google Calendar to your personal calendar as well. Okay. Yeah. So I would suggest you to do that. Right. Okay. And for the options Iron Shell and Iron Striker, okay, so these two curriculums are basically all our on-demand videos are being held. So for the on-demand videos, if you want to watch it, you can actually watch it on the options Iron Shell for the basic strategy, and then for the Iron Striker for the advanced strategy. So you can watch our on-demand videos here. And for all the past recordings, like I mentioned to you, if you were to actually miss any portion or any part of the mentorship and all that stuff, not to worry, because all the recordings will be uploaded to the respective portals under the Options Explorer webinar recordings or the Options Swift Rider webinar recordings. So basically, if our mentorship session covers the basic strategy, it will be uploaded under the Options Explorer. If it's an advanced strategy, it will be uploaded under the Options Swift Rider. Yeah. And then I think there's also, I think, question about the technical analysis webinar that YY actually conducted a few weeks back. For those asking about it, okay, if you want to actually watch it, it's under the Options Explorer. If you can, let me just show you. Click on it. So if you can see here, we had one, which is on the 6th of July. So yeah, you can actually take a look at it here. So you can again rewatch the recordings over here. Give me a moment. Okay. I hope this is clear. Let me see if there's any more question coming in. Question from Diana. Will this still help me if I'm new to options? For Diana, yes, definitely. But it's not only for beginners actually. It supports all levels. I think if you're new, okay, Like I mentioned to you, options level one, which is the iron shell, covers all the fundamentals clearly. Okay. And then if you were to join the Wave Rider mentorship, right, you will have access to the onboarding workshops as well, which definitely help you to actually get set up fast. And of course, the community and live session regarding about the basic strategy and all that will help you build confidence if you attend it. Yeah. And if you're more experienced, the Iron Striker, which is the options level two, in the course video, it takes you in advanced setups and refinements. Okay. And with the sharing that Bang and the team has during his monthly e-gatherings, deep dives and also trade hunts, it will only sharpens your execution. So if you're joining the Ultimate Options bundle also, I think you will also get the Bang Premium Report, real-time trade notifications, and OTP discussion channels. So regardless of experience, you get a full system from foundation to actually mastery. Yeah. So be it if you sign up for the Options with Friday Mentorship or the Ultimate Options bundle. How much is the renewal next year? Okay, this depends on which option you're referring to. So let me clarify for both. If you're joining the options with Rider mentorship only, okay, your renewal, if you wish to continue after the 14 months, is SGD 1223 per year. Do take note that the regular retail price is SGD 3497. So you're getting about 65% off. Okay. And if you're getting the ultimate options bundle, then you have two renewals the following year. Okay. Which if you wish to subscribe renew your subscription, which is of course firstly the options with Friday that I mentioned just now, which is SGD 1223, and then the OTP, which is SGD 1978. This retails for OTP is at 3297. So if as an existing subscriber, you have about 40% off retail price. So whether it's the mentorship alone or the full bundle, you're renewing at a significantly discounted rate compared to retail. Yeah. Question from Sarah: is there any bonus if I join today? Yes, during this ABM anti-bubble mania campaign, you'll get extra 2 months for free, be it if you sign up for the ultimate options bundle or the options wave rider. So for the if you sign up during this ABM campaign, anti-bubble mania campaign, for the options wave rider mentorship, right, you'll get 14 months access in total. And if you sign up for the ultimate options bundle, you have 14 months access to Wave Rider and 14 months access to the OTP. Okay. Question from Kelvin. For OTP, is the monthly premium report webinar live? Yes, Kelvin, it's the for if you were to sign up for the ultimate options bundle, okay, for the live monthly webinar, so the monthly webinar by Pang, okay, it's actually live via Zoom. And if you actually missed it, not to worry as well, it will be uploaded to our portal as well. Yeah, so not to worry on that. And of course, nearing to the date of the webinar, we'll definitely send the a heads up on Discord and also email, so our subscribers are notified. Will today's session be recorded? Yes, absolutely. I think everyone who registered here will actually receive a replay link in your email shortly. You'll be able to actually watch the whole session by YY, so don't worry if you join late or miss a portion out of it. Yeah, I think there's no more new question coming in. Okay, for Wave Friday students who wish to subscribe to OTP as an a la carte, please drop us a chat, and our colleague will get back to you on it. Yeah, for Wave Friday subscribers, for current Wave Friday subscribers. Share Shinru, can we pay with 3 months installment? Yeah, currently our mode of payment is only one-time payment. Yep, so we don't have any installments for now. Okay, I think that covers the main admin questions coming in from YY session. I think here's a quick recap so everything's clear before we move on. Okay, so if you're going just for the options with rider mentorship only without the OTP, right? You again, what you have access to is the lifetime access to options level 1 and also options level 2. Okay, you get all the live mentorship segment of it, which is live coaching, e-gathering, trade hunt, strategy deep dive, and psychology lessons. You get full access to the Wave Rider discussion group on Discord. And if you join today, you will enjoy 14 months of mentorship instead of 12. So that's your anti-bubble mania bonus. Yeah. And if you're going for the best value, which is the one on top here, which is the ultimate options bundle, you get everything in Wave Rider plus the full options tactics playbook subscription, also extended to 14 months. It's the most complete package if you want tools, alerts, watch lists, and real time insights on top of the mentorship. So if you're ready to move forward, okay, please do scan the QR code on your screen, or I think my colleague has sent the link as well in the chat, so you can click on it as well in the chat. Okay. And I think that concludes day 5 of the anti-bubble mania. Okay. So before you go, don't forget that our finale webinar is actually happening tomorrow, 19 July, Sunday at 10 a.m. Singapore time with Adam Khoo. Okay. So in his finale webinar, Adam will bring together everything you've learned throughout anti-bubble mania and show you how to build a long-term all-weather investing plan designed to help you achieve financial freedom faster. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Singapore time. Thank you.